And we're live here on a Saturday night. It's the Steelers Talk Live Hate Watch Party. Ravens versus the Green Bay Packers on Peacock this evening. And it all comes down to this for the Baltimore Ravens Steelers fans. The Ravens either need to win tonight on the road without their starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson, and their backup quarterback, Tyler Huntley, in the lineup, or if they lose, their season is over and your Pittsburgh Steelers will be crowned AFC North champions for the first time in a half decade tonight. All right, so we got a great show lined up for you guys. We're 30 minutes away from kickoff at Lambeau Field, and this one couldn't be any bigger for Steelers fans because if the Ravens end up losing on the road versus Malik Willis, who is going to be getting the start at quarterback tonight for the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love out, if Green Bay wins, that means the Pittsburgh Steelers win the division in these last two games, tomorrow versus Cleveland and then Week 18 against the Ratbirds in Pittsburgh. Won't matter. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be hosting a home playoff game in 2 weeks if the Green Bay Packers can pull out a victory for us tonight. But if Baltimore wins, that would mean that the Pittsburgh Steelers will need to win tomorrow afternoon versus the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland to lock up the AFC North title this week. And if somehow, some way, the Ravens win this game and then the Steelers end up getting upset by the Cleveland Browns tomorrow on the road, that means the division will come down to that Week 18 matchup between the Steelers and Ravens in the season finale. And you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar that's going to come down to Sunday Night Football in Week 18. So definitely a lot on the line here tonight. Definitely the possibility for a celebration here in the Steelers Nation if they can secure the division championship and the Ravens end up taking that L. But I want to know, who are the real ones that are here watching tonight's watch party? It's not even a Steelers game tonight, so if you're here, you're partying with us, that makes you a real one. Type those real ones down there in the chat. We already got over 350 real ones in the chat room right now. We got, of course, my lovely fiance Cassie Voth in the chat. Everyone say hi to Cassie. We got John Masood, Mr. Deadhead, Ali the Holy. We've got Anthony. We've got Michael. We got Joe. We got Caleb. We got Mr. Deadhead. Oh, man, Rob and Fluffy are getting married in 2 days. Congratulations to you guys. Best of luck to you folks. And congratulations. Electric Divergent, Shannon Cassidy is here. Misfit Rider's here. Nick is here. We got Fluffy, Meltdown, Christopher Domingo, Blaze Thal. We've got a whole crew of Steelers fans ready to watch the football game with us here this evening. Now, coming up on the show, guys, we got more pregame coverage. We're going to be previewing this matchup here before we kick things off in Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. And, of course, we'll say hi to our producer, Ponzi, here in just a minute. But first, I want to tell you about our presenting sponsor on tonight's Steelers Talk Watch Party, which is Prize Picks. And it is still the holiday season, guys, and in my opinion, this is the best time of the year for watching sports, whether it's bowl games. A couple bowl games actually happened today. Basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening all at once. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, which is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is super simple to play. Just pick more than or less than on at least two player stat projections. And if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about Prize Picks is how you play is up to you guys. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you're feeling really strong about a particular lineup and want a bigger payout, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test and make some money. That is, if you know ball. So for tonight's Prize Picks lineup, Ponzi and I are taking the more on PATs made for Brandon McManus, the Packers kicker. We're taking the more on rush yards for Derrick Henry and the more on field goals made for Tyler Loop. You guys can download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, if you guys want to donate to the show, we greatly appreciate any and all donations. It's not required. All we care about is that you love the Pittsburgh Steelers. You want to watch the game with us here this evening. But every single dollar that you guys donate goes towards helping out our channel, whether it's paying rent or paying for new equipment or paying for new graphics software. And we're currently, we've currently got some cooking for you guys here heading into next season when it comes to our graphics packages. That's all because of the generosity you guys have provided to us here on Steelers Talk this season. And of course, just like a regular watch party, we do have a raffle item. If we can get to $250 in donations, we will be giving away an F the Ravens t-shirt at the end of today's show. So the shirt actually comes an expletive or unexpletive. Of course, we have to show the unexplicit version of the shirt, but if you guys want the full-blown enchilada there, you guys can get that as well. We have to hit $250 in donations, though, to give away the F the Ravens t-shirt. And if we can get to $500 in donations today, we'll also raffle off a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey of the winner's choosing. And if we can get to $750 in donations today, we'll raffle off both items. We'll raffle off a jersey and an F the Ravens t-shirt on today's watch party. So make sure you guys get those super chats in. I already see a bunch of people putting in those super chats. But even if you guys get raffle tickets into our raffle items here today, and you don't win today's raffle, you will be entered automatically into tomorrow's raffle for tomorrow's Steelers Talk Watch Party. And tomorrow's big ticket item is a Mean Joe Green autographed mini helmet. All right, so this is our big ticket item for the month of December. If you guys want to get in on the raffles here today and for tomorrow, $10 gets you into the raffles. $20 will put you into the raffle 3 different times with 3 raffle tickets. Plus, we'll put your name on the Steelers Talk Gong. All right, we got a bunch of names on there already. Running out of space though, so if you guys want your name on the gong, send in a $20. $50 will make it rain for you. Plus, we'll get you 10 raffle tickets, and then for every $250 total we make on tonight's show, we're going to be hitting the gong here on Steelers Talk. So I'll actually double your raffle tickets if you guys donate via Venmo or PayPal. The reason why we do that, guys, is we get to keep more of your donation dollars via Venmo or PayPal. YouTube and Apple take a combined 40% of every super chat you send in on YouTube. So if you send in your donations to Venmo and PayPal, we actually get to keep more of those donation dollars. So if you're going to help us out, we're going to help you out. We'll double your raffle entries for the raffles today when you guys donate to Venmo at Jack Sperry or at Captain Jack Rabbit on PayPal. And if you guys send in a $50 Venmo or PayPal donation or higher on today's show, you guys can join Steelers Talk Hat Club. We've got just a couple of channel hats left. I think we have about 5 channel hats left in our inventory. And the reason why the price is a little higher, guys, is because they are in short supply. So if you guys do want to join Hat Club this season, the price tag is a $50 Venmo or PayPal donation. Now, what's cool about Hat Club, guys, is that you can actually donate memberships. All right, so if there's somebody in the chat you want to donate a hat to, you guys can send in a $50 Venmo or PayPal. And even if you're a member of Steelers Talk Hat Club, you can donate a membership to somebody in the chat. So that's really cool. We've already had a number of people donate hats last week. I think we had 2 people donate hats to people. So, it's the holiday season. If you're in the giving spirit and you want to give a hat to somebody, you guys can donate a hat if you put in a $50 Venmo or PayPal on today's show. And if you guys want a free raffle entry today, don't have any money to spend on our show, that's perfectly fine. We completely understand. But if you guys want that free raffle entry, you guys can get a free raffle ticket today. All you have to do is follow me on X at Jack_Sperry for a free raffle entry. That's where I put my Steelers film analysis, guys. So if you want to learn more about Steelers football and get my analysis of every single Steelers game on the film, that's where you guys can give me a follow at Jack_Sperry. Plus, you get a free raffle entry to win one of the raffle items that we'll be raffling off at the end of today's show. And if you guys want a free raffle entry and you already follow me on X, the way you guys can get your free raffle entry is if you share the stream on X and then tag me in the post. If you do those two things, you will get a free raffle entry on today's show. If you're unaware of how to share tonight's stream, here's how the 4-step process for you guys to get that done. All you have to do is click the share button below this video. It's a little button with that curved arrow, big letters that says share. You click that button. Menu's going to pop up with a bunch of different areas you can share the stream. Select the X icon, then tag me in the post. That's the most important step, guys, because if you don't tag me, I can't see your post, and if I can't see your post, I can't put you into the raffle. So you got to make sure you tag me at Jack_Sperry in your post for me to see it and be able to put you into the raffle, and then you press send. You do those 4 steps, you'll get that free raffle entry here tonight. And guys, we certainly appreciate everybody that donates to the show, but if you don't have any money to spend on the show, that's 100% okay. I can't stress that enough. There's other ways to help out the channel 100% free. You guys can subscribe to the channel. We provide you guys at least 2 free and informative Steelers videos on this channel every single day. Also, you guys can like today's stream to really boost the YouTube algorithm, get this stream in front of as many Steelers fans as possible. And then, of course, for free raffle entries today, you can follow me on X at Jack_Sperry and or share today's stream on X to be able to get that done. All right, and also, we'll give away free raffle entries today to one lucky person in the chat for every 100 new subscribers we add on the show today. So once we hit 109,000 subscribers here on the show tonight, we'll be giving away a free raffle entry. And I'll tell you what, since it's a new milestone here, 109,000 subscribers, when and if we get there tonight, I'm going to give away 3 raffle entries when we hit that milestone. And also, for every 200 likes on today's show, we'll be giving away a free raffle entry as well. So we got about a little bit over 550 people watching right now. We're up to 137 likes. If we can get up to 200 likes, we'll give away a free raffle entry to kick off today's show. All right, so we got a lot of super chats to catch up on here, a lot of PayPals and a lot of Venmos as well. So I'm going to send these your way, Ponzi. If you want to get those super chats boated up, we will get this party started, man. We got a lot of people, a lot of excitement in this chat tonight. Really looking forward to watching this game tonight, guys, and hopefully celebrating a division championship. Okay.
Misfit Trail Riders with the 2 saying, hope you and your family had a good Christmas. Go Pack Go. Yeah, of course, we're all Packers fans tonight.
Yeah, it was a great Christmas, man. We unfortunately had to work a little bit, but, that's all good. Cassie and I had a great Christmas evening. She made ham. It was absolutely delicious.
What did you get for Christmas, Barry?
Cassie actually went all out on my gifts this year. I got 3 different gifts. I got a pair of luggage, which is huge because I lost my luggage. It got stolen, actually.
Really?
My big luggage, my nice luggage got stolen, actually. So she got me a nice new pair of luggage. Then also she got me a sitting desk setup. So when I'm on the couch, it's like this little wooden desk setup there where I can, have my laptop and all that different stuff, cup holder. When I'm relaxing and working on the couch. And then she got me some cologne. And if anyone knows me, they know that I love cologne. So she got me a big bottle of one of my favorites. So she's absolutely the best, man. Okay, just sent in a number of PayPal ones there.
All right.
And then we only have the 1 Venmo. All right, so thank you so much, Misfit Trail Riders, for the 2. Then my man, John Masood coming in with a $10 super chat. He says, Merry Christmas, Jack, Cassie, Ponzi. No raffle tickets for me. All good, John Masood. Appreciate the 10. Then we got a $20 super chat from Robert Locke. Says, F Trader Joey. Yeah, man, we're hoping Trader Joey has a pretty rough night tonight. That's what we're hoping for sure. $2 from Bernard Nixon says, let's go Pack. Do it for A-Rod. Yeah, man. Like, come on, man. After everything Aaron Rodgers has done for that organization, they got to help him out a little bit here tonight, Bernard. Absolutely. Next one here, again from Bernard, says, if the Packers win, does A-Rod still start on Sunday? I think he will start, Ponzi. I don't know if he'll finish the game. All right?
I don't think he will.
You don't think he'll start at all?
No, I don't think he will finish the game at all. Maybe 1 drive or 2.
Maybe a quarter or a half.
I just don't think it's a good call to start him at all. Especially because, he's still dealing with the wrist. I don't know. I know game reps are important, but, do it in the Ravens game. Don't do it
for Rodgers.
Or like if you want to get people reps before the playoffs.
Yeah.
Give them a week before rather than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think they'll play starters at all in the season finale. I think Rodgers will be out against Baltimore. I think Cam will probably be out. TJ will miss that game as well. Now, again, we're talking about if the division's locked up for Week 18. But if the Packers win tonight, I wouldn't be upset if they benched Rodgers. But I kind of feel like they're gonna at least start the game with Rodgers, see what they can do on the first couple drives or whatever, and then probably move on to Mason Rudolph for the rest of the game. I think I would personally start Will Howard in Week 18. Give him the full week to prepare, make the game plan around his skill set. Let Rodgers spend a week to get his wrist 100% back healthy for the playoffs, all that different stuff. And, see what Will Howard's got, because I think that would be the one real chance that we would have to see Will Howard play in a real NFL game before the Steelers would have an opportunity to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to give him a chance to be this team's starter. Like if he goes out there against the Ravens at Acrisure Stadium, and by the way, the Ravens have a pretty decent defense. Like if he plays really well in an classic AFC North game, it's going to be cold outside in that game. You might think a little bit of having Will Howard be a part of your future plans, but I don't know, man. It's very possible that they just play Mason Rudolph because he's the more likely quarterback to be playing in the playoffs, and they just want to get him more reps. But I don't know if I really subscribe to that thinking, Ponzi, because I don't care how many reps Mason Rudolph gets. If Aaron Rodgers goes down with an injury in the playoffs, it's over. All right, I don't give a shit how many reps Mason Rudolph gets in the playoffs. The season's over if Aaron Rodgers goes down with an injury in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so for me, I'm just looking towards the future. This might be the only opportunity the Steelers get to actually play Will Howard in a game and see how he handles being an NFL starter. So I would play Will Howard in Week 18 if the division is locked up. But in terms of this week, Ponzi, I would not play Will Howard because he's gotten none of the reps. The game plan surrounds Aaron Rodgers, and Mason Rudolph is used to, as a backup quarterback, playing in games where he's not had a ton of prep time during the week. He's used to being that backup. Will Howard's never done that. And if you ask Will Howard to do that tomorrow, then, you're really throwing him into the fire against a good defense in Cleveland, and they got one of the biggest monsters in the entire league in Myles Garrett looking for the fucking sack record tomorrow. So I just don't think playing Will Howard tomorrow is a good idea. However, if the division is locked up for the season finale, that's when I think we see Will Howard play. In terms of Aaron Rodgers, I guess we'll see what happens. I could see him playing a quarter. I could see him playing a half. I could see him not playing at all. It just kind of depends on how they feel about that going into tomorrow.
I definitely think that they'll probably rest Rodgers for Week 18. I just think
Week 18, there's no chance.
My whole opinion is that I understand it's off a bye, but with your players being cold, that's not a good sign to the playoffs. I always hate especially 2 weeks of rest. That's asking a lot out of your players.
Yeah, that's why I think Rodgers might play a little bit tomorrow. Even if it's just a couple drives or a quarter or maybe a half, just so that he can get some game reps in against a good defense before he spends pretty much a week and a half off. Getting himself ready for the postseason. $5 from Shannon Cassidy says, how do you think Clark did last week? He was poop all year, but aside from the dropped interceptions, he seemed to be good in coverage most of the night. F the Ravens. Yeah, I think, in terms of Chuck Clark's performances, it was one of his better performances of the season. Now, he's still, For example, the Isaac TeSlaa play at the end of the game, that should have been a touchdown. All right, he should have caught that. He dropped it. I'm not going to give Chuck Clark credit for a drop from Isaac TeSlaa. All right, and there was another play where he gave up a touchdown in coverage as well. Right, so Chuck Clark is just a backup safety. He's okay, I guess. I would rather play Jabril Peppers, but then again, I'm not in the Steelers building every day. They clearly trust Clark in coverage more than Peppers. But yeah, man, I mean, if the division's locked up before tomorrow, it's whatever, right? I don't really care if Chuck Clark plays. $2 for Bernard says Lamar Jackson is a me guy. I don't know Lamar personally. But it kind of seems like I don't know, man.
There was an article that came out earlier this week.
Yeah,
the Baltimore Sun,
couple days ago. Yeah, that he's like staying up late playing video games, and then he's sleeping in team meetings and all this different stuff. I just love this, Ponzi. The Steelers are on the precipice of an AFC North championship, and not one, but two teams in this division with elite level quarterbacks. Their quarterbacks are disgruntled. It seems like Lamar Jackson isn't totally happy in Baltimore, and it seems like Joe Burrow may not be fully happy in Cincinnati either. So obviously the ideal situation is Lamar and Burrow are both out of the division next year and they get traded away. How realistic is that? Probably not very. I think if we're lucky, one of these guys gets traded.
Yeah,
but probably the most likely scenario is both these guys are back in the division next year.
But maybe start thinking about 2027.
Yeah, maybe.
Getting out.
It's certainly possible. We'll just have to see what ends up happening. $10 from Tim Harris is insert Packer chant here. Let's go Steelers Nation. Go Pack, go. I always hated that
it's
chant.
So lame.
It's so lame for me.
Go Pack, go.
It's like you couldn't think of 3 words. You had to use one twice. Like, really? Are we really that dumb, Green Bay, Wisconsin? $2 from Dan says, F the Ravens. Go Steelers. I love it, Dan. I appreciate you. And then we got a 5 from Michael. Says, got a parlay hinged on 11 Steelers wins. Need some more fuel for the guys, so a Ravens win is okay. We beat the Browns and then the Ratbirds with Will. Listen, dude. I honestly think even if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play tomorrow, the Steelers could very easily still win against the Browns.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Tomorrow, like, the Browns are really not good. It's supposed to be
perfect time.
It's supposed to be really, like, they have no running backs in Cleveland right now. Like, all 3 of their top guys are injured, and then you put on top of all that, it's supposed to be windy and cold and rainy tomorrow, and I think the Steelers are going to have the better run game. So even if Aaron Rodgers gets sat down tomorrow, I think that they'll still get you a win tomorrow, Michael. So, for me, I'm cheering for the Packers today. It's not the end of the world if the Ravens win, because I do think the Steelers should be able to win tomorrow. It's just, I'd rather go into tomorrow stress-free, because if the Ravens win today, there is legitimately some pressure on the Steelers to perform and win tomorrow and not get upset.
And I really think if the Steelers do find a way to lose tomorrow, because I say find, because they should win pretty dominantly.
Yeah.
But, this will be talked about. Will be clinched.
Especially because you don't have DK for the season finale, if that's the case. So, dude, you just got to get out of this weekend with the division crown. If you can do that, it doesn't really matter that you lose DK for that second week, because you probably would have been benching him and sitting him and resting him anyways. So
yeah,
just get your shit, figured out this week. Put that crown on your head, and then, just move on from just take care of business. $5 from Jamie says, Merry Christmas. Me and my dad watched the videos, and I wanted to ask your thoughts on a Steelers win in the playoffs. I think this year's team has the best chance of winning a playoff game than in any season previously, probably since 2017. All right, there's been injuries, there's been declining play towards the end of the season from an aging Big Ben Roethlisberger, and then of course poor offensive coordination, poor quarterback play. I think this is the first Steelers team since probably 2017 that I think that is truly capable of going on a run in the playoffs this year. So it's been a while since we've had a Steelers team like this, where the offense and defense seem to be figuring it out at the right times. They're really coming together as a team. They got a really smart, veteran, experienced playoff quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, which is going to give the Steelers a little bit of an edge compared to all the rest of the AFC teams, where outside of the Bills and Josh Allen, there's a lot of inexperienced quarterbacks in terms of playing in the postseason in the AFC this year. Like, Bo Nix only has 1 playoff game. Justin Herbert only has 2. C.J. Stroud only has 4. Drake May's never played in the playoffs, right? There's just a lot of inexperience at the quarterback position in the AFC playoffs this year. And then the Steelers have a guy that has played in over 20 playoff games. So that's going to give them a little bit of an edge there, in my opinion. Guys like T.J. Watt, DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers likely is going to be fully rested and ready to go. I think that gives them advantage as well. And then hopefully they play a warm weather football team in a frigid Acrisure Stadium in the first round, all right? I think if that happens, you got a really good chance of coming out with a victory in round one. And then, you know what I say about the playoffs, Ponzi? If you can win one playoff game, you can win multiple playoff games. So I can't guarantee that they'll win a playoff game this year or that they'll go on a run or whatever, but I think that this year's Steelers team, Jamie, has the best chance to win a playoff game in quite some time. $10 from Robert Locke. Appreciate you, Robert, with the $10 Venmo. And he says, F Trader Joey. Again, shout out to you, Robert Locke. And then we've got a $50 PayPal from David Bang! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Shout out to David Hirsch with a $50 Venmo. And all he has to say, Ponzi, is let's go Cheeseheads. We are all Packer fans tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I agree.
And then we've got Luis with a $25.87 PayPal. And he says, to be very British, the Ravens are a bunch of cockwobbles. Unbelievable. That is
unbelievable.
And then he goes, here we go, Steelers. Shout out to Louise.
Is that a Venmo of the year?
That might be Venmo of the year right there. And then we've got a $20 Venmo from Daniel Bachmeyer. Let's go, Daniel. You're in on the raffle. 6 raffle tickets for you, my friend. Where are we at in terms of getting to 250 here, Ponzi? We got to be getting close to locking in the raffle.
Be already close. So let's see.
Got to be getting there.
We are 182. So about 70 away.
All right, we're about $70 away from locking in the raffle tonight, guys. So, and by the way, our first gong hit of the evening.
I think this is a different currency.
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think it's like, yeah, this is whatever DKK is. $50, whatever that is. Says Merry Christmas. All I wish for Christmas was
$8.
It's $8. All right, so Merry Christmas. All I wished for Christmas was a Ravens meltdown at Lambeau. Greetings from Denmark. So that must be Denmark money right there. So shout out to Michael. Thank you for watching. What time is it in Denmark, by the way, Michael? Let us know. $5 from Mexamanders as well. I'm a little worried Packers got no Jordan Love or Micah Parsons, but let's go Packers. Beat the Ravens so the Steelers can clinch already. 100%, man, and you know the Steelers or the Packers are trying to win, guys. Like I saw some people panicking that the Packers were going to rest starters in this game because the Lions lost yesterday and the Packers clinched a playoff spot, but they're still in contention to win their division. And if you can get a home playoff game, you better be trying to get that, right? That's pretty much what the messaging
they
is.
Would be trying to get the 2 seed.
And by the way, the Bears, they're trying to get the 2 seed, and the Bears right now, I mean, their last 2 games are kind of tough, all right? So the Packers, if they can win out, they can win tonight and win in Week 18. That puts some pressure on Chicago to win at least one of these final 2 games, and they've got kind of a tough road. So the Packers absolutely are still trying to win the division. They're playing Josh Jacobs tonight, all that different stuff. And if Jordan Love was able to go, and if he would have cleared concussion protocol, he would have played. So, if there's Steelers fans out there that are worried that the Packers aren't going to be trying to win this game, that's not what it's going to be. All right, they are going to be trying to win tonight's game. All right, so let's talk about this game here, Ponzi, a little bit, because obviously it's a big one. If the Packers win this evening, that means the Pittsburgh Steelers are crowned AFC North Division champions for the 2025-2026 season. And the Ravens need to win tonight to save their season and keep their hopes alive in the AFC North. Now, tonight's starting quarterbacks for the Green Bay Packers, you're going to have Malik Willis. Back in the day, Willis was very heavily linked to the Pittsburgh Steelers, all the reports out there, and really just a masterful job by Mike Tomlin and the Steelers for leaking information out there that they were in love with Malik Willis. Of course, they end up taking Kenny Pickett with Willis still on the board in that draft in the first round. But tonight, Willis has a chance to become, a Steelers legend without ever putting on the black and gold, because if he wins, obviously, that's good news for Steelers fans, and the Steelers win the division. But Tyler Huntley has been a pretty okay backup for Baltimore throughout the years. He's got kind of a very non-fluid throwing motion is the way that I would describe it. It is not a very good throwing motion at all. I do think Malik Willis is the better quarterback of these two men, but Malik is dealing with a shoulder injury on his throwing shoulder, and he's sick. All right, so that's going to be some things that might level the playing field, and my guess is we're going to see both teams run the crap out of the football at Lambeau Field this evening. You guys can take a look at some of the inactives here for both teams. We'll start with Baltimore. Of course, Lamar Jackson dealing with a back contusion. He is out for tonight's game. That's really the main one to keep your eye on there. Everyone else is not really noteworthy. But then you get to Green Bay's inactives here. Of course, you get Jordan Love, who is out with a concussion, but Zach Tom, their starting right tackle, is out in this game. Savion Williams, somebody that's a gadget piece for them, is also out. And then nose tackle Nazir Stackhouse is out for them in this game. Now, you guys can take a look here at the points per game trends for the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers, where, you can kind of look at it here, and, they're pretty similar. Obviously, these are averages throughout the season, and the Packers, there's no offense or defensive tags there, so F. Ponzi in the chat. But just so you guys know, the trends do predict a 24-21 Packers win tonight. Now, that is within the margin of error. So the trends would say the Ravens have a pretty decent, an okay chance to win this football game. But with Lamar Jackson out, that certainly hurts their chances. All right, man, so let's get into our score predictions here from me and Ponzi. And this one, for me, I'm not going to give a score prediction per se, but I'm going to just predict that the Packers win the football game. All right, I'm going to take the Packers to win. I'm going to put my faith in Malik Willis. I think he's a dynamic rusher of the football. He had some nice throws last week against Chicago. I don't think he was the reason why Green Bay lost that football game. And I think that he plays better than Tyler Huntley does tonight. And I think it might be close. We might be biting our fingernails in the fourth quarter, but I think at the end of it here, the Packers will win and the Steelers will be crowned AFC North champions by the end of the night.
I think the Packers got it too. I had a huge draft crush on Malik Willis. I loved him out of the college, out of Liberty. Yeah, I think the Packers run the ball really, really well tonight, and I just think that the Ravens team is going to choke again. I don't really trust. If you're asking me to trust Tyler Huntley with the game on the line, I'm not going to really trust him.
Yeah, got you. And by the way, Luis Vincentini, that's Fluffy. Louise is Fluffy.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's what we. So that's what Cassie just let me know. So shout out to Louise, otherwise known as Fluffy, and of course Robert Locke. Congratulations to you too. All right. So we got almost 1,000 people in this chat room right now. We are just about to kick things off in Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ravens versus Packers, AFC North Division Championship on the line for Steelers fans tonight. But before we kick things off in Lambeau, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Prize Picks. And it is the holiday season still, guys. And in my opinion, this is the best time of the year for watching sports. Whether it's bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening all at once. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, and that's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a super simple to play daily fantasy sports app where all you have to do is pick more than or less than on at least 2-player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about Prize Picks is that how you play is up to you. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses, and if you're feeling really strong about a particular lineup and want a bigger payout, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test and make some money. That is, if you know ball. For our Prize Picks lineup tonight, Ponzi and I are taking the more on PATs made for Brandon McManus, the more on rush yards for Ravens running back Derrick Henry, and the more on field goals made on Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, got some super chats here. Let's just ride the super chats here, Ponzi, until we get to kickoff here. $5 from Mexamander says we need the Packers to win so the Steelers can clinch and Sunday, so they can play Will Howard Sunday.
I think we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah, we already talked about this a little bit, but I actually don't think they'll play Will Howard tomorrow, Mexamander, if the division's locked up. I think they probably play Mason Rudolph over Will Howard tomorrow, But I think that if I were Mike Tomlin, I would want to get a look at Will Howard in Week 18. After a full week of preparation, I want to see how he handles being a starter in the National Football League next week or in Week 18, right? So I really don't love the idea of throwing him out there after taking no reps in practice this week, or at least no team reps in practice this week, against a really good defense in the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett coming around on the blind side, like. I don't think that's fair to Will Howard, all right? So for me, if you're going to bench Rodgers, that's fine. But I would play Mason Rudolph, a guy that's very used to, as a backup quarterback, coming into the games kind of cold and not having a ton of preparation during the week and still being expected to perform, right? So I think that would work out better for the Steelers. And frankly, I think it would work better for Will Howard if you wait a week and you play him in Week 18, if that's what ends up happening. $10 from Devone, one of my favorites. Devone, what's up? Says one of the only times I'm a cheesehead. Let's lock this division in. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. All right, we got $5 from Shane and Cassie. Says, how many helmets will Myles Garrett remove tomorrow? Does Mason Rudolph get in Garrett's head if A-Rod sits? Listen, man.
Legendary.
You know how you get into Myles Garrett's head tomorrow, Ponzi? If the division's locked up, you run it 50 times.
Yeah.
You just run it.
Honestly, do not let him get a sack at all.
Do not pass the football unless it's like a screen.
I think
just don't give him a chance.
Like, I think the Steelers should do the ultimate trolling. Don't even try to win the game if you're ahead of the division wrapped up. Just run the ball.
Just run the ball. Just run the ball.
Don't want to get him the record.
Get Caleb Johnson like 30 reps tomorrow. Like, just get him a shit ton of work in Week 17. $2 from Sam Pugh, my man, says, still wish we had drafted McDuffie and Willis later. Listen, man, I'm not really.
2022.
I think you can always look at drafts and with 2020 hindsight, say I wish we would have drafted this player instead of that player. Yada yada yada. I'm not really in that business, man. I'm more in the business of looking ahead, looking forward. What can we do to make this team better moving forward instead of how we could have made it better in the past? Because you can't change the past, right? So that's kind of my mentality, Sam. But McDuffie is certainly a good player. Would have loved to have him. And then Willis, the thing about Willis, though, is that I think the reason why Malik has been able to develop pretty nicely here to the point where he might even get a chance to compete for a starting job next year somewhere is because he's had time to sit behind, a veteran and learn, right? He's had time to, kind of develop. And, he didn't really have a chance to do that in Tennessee, where he was somebody coming out that clearly needed a full year at least to develop. And, even then, maybe even 2 years. And we've seen him play some pretty good football these last 2 years. But honestly, if he would have been drafted to Pittsburgh, I definitely don't think it's a guarantee he would have worked out. He would have been put in Matt Canada's offense, for Christ's sake. So maybe, Willis went exactly where he needed to go so that he could end up in Green Bay. And, I'm sure he's pretty happy with where he is right now. And hopefully he can ball out tonight so we can get this AFC North championship. All right, so today's raffle ladder, guys. We got an F the Ravens t-shirt at $250. I don't know where we are in terms of that right now. I'm sure we're probably about $50 maybe. Away from
you hit it right on the head.
All right, about $50 away from locking in the F the Ravens t-shirt.
$45 to be exact.
If we can get the $500 in donations today, we'll raffle off a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey of the winner's choosing. $750, we'll raffle off both items. And then, of course, if you enter into today's raffle but you don't win any of the items, come back tomorrow for Steelers versus Browns in our watch party for tomorrow afternoon. Where if you have raffle tickets for tonight's raffle, those raffle tickets automatically transfer to tomorrow's raffle for a signed Joe Green mini helmet. All right, so if you guys want to get in on the raffle tonight, $10 gets you into the raffle, $20 gets you 3 raffle tickets plus your name on the Steelers Talk Gong. $50 will get you 10 tickets, plus we'll make it rain. And for every $250 total we make on the show, we're hitting the gong. And if you want to double your raffle entries here, guys, so 2 for $10, 6 for $20, or 20 for $50, You guys can Venmo me at Jack-Sperry or PayPal me at Captain Jackrabbit if you guys want those free raffle, or not those free raffle tickets, but double your raffle tickets this evening. All right, we're about to kick things off in Baltimore, and I need everybody in this chat, all 1,000 Yinzers in this chat room right now, to spam those FBALs. Let's go. Fuck Baltimore, man. Let's go. Type those FBALs in the chat. I'm going to give away a free raffle entry right here. Let's go. Who wants a free raffle entry? Type those F Baltimores in the chat. It looks like the Packers probably getting the ball first here. Malik Willis is throwing on the sideline.
Hopefully that shoulder doesn't bother him too much.
Yeah, hopefully that shoulder isn't bothering Malik too much. Who's all here? We got Ethan, Lake Havasu. We got Aaron. We got Christopher. We got Diamond. We've got CC, Christopher Domingo, Shane Boone. Who wants it, people? Let's go. Who wants it? I'm going to give this free raffle entry to Terza Bolware. Terza, longtime viewer of the channel. She's a real one. All right, here we go. In a frigid night on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers' old stomping grounds. See if Malik Willis can deliver us a dub. Let's go, man. No, the Packers are actually kicking first. The Ravens and Tyler Huntley will get the football first to start this football game, which is good news because the Packers will get the ball to start the second half. Type those F Baltimores in the chat. Welcome into the Steelers Talk Live watch party here for Week 17. Ravens versus Packers. McManus has the kick lined up, and we are off in Green Bay, Wisconsin here on a Saturday night. Kick will be fielded by LeJohntay Webster at the 3-yard line and taken to around the 25, and that is where Tyler Snoop Huntley and the Ravens offense will take over for the first time this evening. Ponzi, I would say definitely expect a lot of Derrick Henry in this football game. It's a cold night in Green Bay, so I would expect both running backs, King Henry and Josh Jacobs, to get a pretty heavy workload in this football game. Probably the biggest X factor on this side of the ball is, can the Green Bay Packers, without Kenny Clark, who they traded away to Dallas this year, without Micah Parsons, who they traded for in that trade, can they stop Derrick Henry and the run? The Ravens will start in the I formation. Play action for Huntley. He's going to throw it on first down, and it's going to be caught. Tight coverage, but it is caught by tight end Mark Andrews, close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be just short. It'll be second down in inches. We do have one Venmo. There you go. Back in the eye. Patrick Ricard, the fullback. Derrick Henry, the running back. They will hand it off to King Henry. Good blocking up front. Big hole forms. He's going to run right through there and down to the Ravens' 46-yard line. Good gain for Derrick Henry. First down, Ravens. By the way, we are less than 50 subscribers away from 109,000 subscribers on here on Steelers Talk. We'll give away 3 free raffle entries once we get to 109,000. Bunch formation out to the left for the Ravens. Shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Henry up the middle. He will pick up 3 or 4 close to midfield. By the way, Texans beat the Chargers, I believe, in that game, which unfortunately means that the Buffalo Bills, if they win out, are going to be the number 5 seed, and if the Steelers make the playoffs, they would have to play Buffalo in Acrisure Stadium to start their playoff run, which is the one team I do not want to play in the first round. Condensed formation from the single back. Play action rollout to the right. Huntley rolling, still running, and he's going to take off past the line of scrimmage and dive forward for a first down and a gain of around 6. As the Ravens are moving the football here on the opening drive of the game, now into Green Bay territory. Huntley slipped on the rollout. It looked like he might fall, but he stays on his feet. He has a blocker in front of him, and he's able to get the 6 yards needed to pick up the first down. So we'll be cheering for the Eagles tomorrow, guys, because we do not want to play Buffalo at Acrisure Stadium on Wild Card Weekend. I formation again for Baltimore. Only one receiver out on the field for them. They're going to hand it off to Henry. Great blocking up front, and he's going to take his convoy to the for a 9-yard gain. And this is not a good sign if you're a Steelers fan wanting this Packers defense to hold strong against this Ravens run game. 2nd down and 1 coming on, and Henry will take a break. Come on, man. We need a stop here, Packers defense. It's going to be I formation again. Handoff this time to Keaton Mitchell. He'll pick up another 4 or 5 yards. First down Ravens. A very methodical drive for the Ratbirds here to start this game. This is exactly how they drew it up to start this game, Ponzi. They want to run this football down their throats all game long with Lamar Jackson out of the lineup tonight. And until the Packers make them stop, that's exactly what they're going to make. That's exactly what the Ravens are going to do. Offset I formation. Huntley takes the snap, play action. He's got a pocket. Now that first read's not there. He's looking to run. Now he's going to dump it off to his check down Mitchell. And he's going to get hit hard out of bounds for no gain. Edgerrin Cooper on the tackle, the excellent second-year linebacker out of Texas A&M. Two receivers set now for Baltimore. Shotgun Snoop. Takes the snap. He will hand it off to Henry. He's going to get some blockers in front of him. Cuts up field. He's going to be close to the first down marker, but a yard short. 9-yard gain on 2nd down and 10. This Packers run defense can't stop nothing. Well, the Packers in their base too high safety look there. Like, you're going to have to bring one of your safeties down into the box, dude. The Ravens are out there in their heavy personnel, and the Packers are playing too high safeties. Like, that's not going to work against this rush attack, dude. Force Tyler Huntley to freaking pass the ball down the field. I formation, they're going to hand it to Ricard, the fullback, and he will rumble forward for 2 yards and a first down. Flag on the play, though. Let's see what the flag is. False start on the Ravens, so that's going to make this a 3rd and pass situation for Snoop Huntley. Those are the kinds of penalties Baltimore cannot afford to have in this ballgame, Ponzi. Oh, yeah, I think it was a legal formation, my mistake. 3rd down and 6. This is probably the Packers' chance to get off the field here and stop them to just a field goal. Come on, Packers, let's go. Shotgun here for Huntley. He's got a bunch formation out to the left. Hard count, not going to get him. Clock winding down. Huntley will take the snap. Looking for his first option. He throws. It's complete and close to first down yardage. And they're going to, I think, give it to him. First down Ravens. Mark Andrews on the catch. A perfect 6-yard completion. Extends the ball past the line to gain before he goes out of bounds. And that's a clear first down. Good call by the refs. Keyshawn Nixon was the one in coverage. And now they're in the Prize Picks Red Zone. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. First down and 10 now from the Packers 19 shotgun. It's going to be read option. Snoop's going to pull it, and he's going to make one guy miss and then slide down after a 6 or 7 yard gain inside the 15. Second down and 5. I formation again for Baltimore. Two receivers, actually one receiver set, multiple tight ends. They're going to hand it off outside zone for Derrick Henry, and he will pick up 4 yards. It'll be another 3rd down and 1 coming up. I don't know if they've had one negative play this entire drive, Ponzi. The only negative play was a penalty. I'm not even sure if they've had I think they've had maybe one unsuccessful play. I think they ran it or they passed it for no gain on a 1st down, and that's it. So 3rd down and 2 is the designation. They're in the offset eye. And they will hand this off to Derrick Henry. He's going to make one-man miss. Now he's rumbling forward towards the end zone. He's going to get down to around the 3-yard line, but it's another 1st down for Baltimore. And this drive couldn't have gone any better for the Ravens in terms of the way they wanted things to go. They are just running the ball at will. Packers players are missing tackles. They're going out in nickel, which is ridiculous. Why are we playing nickel when they're playing heavy personnel? I believe it. 1st down and goal. High formation again. Handoff. Derrick Henry up the middle. He's going to fight his way into the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. And if that's going to keep going for the rest of the night, I think we're going to have to win tomorrow afternoon, folks. I mean, what are the Packers doing? They're out there in nickel personnel when they've got one receiver out there. They have a fucking fullback in the game, and they're out there in light, too high safety nickel packages. Like, dude, that's not going to work. Well, Jeff Hafley, the Packers defensive coordinator, might be a hot name in the head coaching searches this year. Better figure it out, because that was embarrassing. Tyler Loop puts up the kick, and it's good. 7-0 Ravens. And we'll see what Malik Willis and the Packers offense have in store for us on the other side here. But before we get into the first drive for the Green Bay Packers offense, let's have a word from our sponsor today at Prize Picks, and it is the holiday season, guys. And in my opinion, this is the best time of the year for watching sports, whether it's bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening all at once. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, and that's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a super simple to play daily fantasy sports app where you just pick more than or less than on at least 2 player stat projections. And if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about Prize Picks is that how you play is up to you. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you're feeling particularly strong about your lineup and want a bigger payout for getting it right, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test and make some money. That is, if you know ball. Tonight, Ponzi and I took the more on PATs made from Brandon McManus, the Green Bay kicker. We took the more on rushing yards for Derrick Henry. Off to a great start there. And we took the more on field goals made for Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So on that first drive alone, Ponzi, 48 yards for Derrick Henry on 7 carries and a touchdown. Packers are going to have to find a solution to figure that out moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unacceptable. Just 7 carries, 48 yards, so that's about 7 yards a carry?
Yeah, it's a pretty good first drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, then Snoop, 3 for 3. Picked up a couple first downs there and got 15 yards, but obviously it's the 65 yards rushing versus Snoop's 15 yards passing. Like, you got to – the Packers have to make Tyler Huntley beat them in this game.
They have to make him work. Plain
and simply. And, as long as the Ravens can run the football, they're going to run the football in this game. So, yeah. Shout out to Seth with a $2 Venmo, by the way. Seth says, getting married 12th of January, would love an AFC North champs hat as a gift. Here we go, Packers. Here we go. Shout out to Seth, and congratulations to you and your fiance. Hope you guys have a lifetime full of happiness together. $2 from David. Appreciate you, David. $2 super chat there. And then a $2 super chat from Tim Harris says, what's the under on Queen Henry drops tonight. I don't know what the under, man. I don't know. I haven't checked it. Then we got $10 from James. Says, hey, Jack, did you see that there's Lamar Jackson trade rumors? Apparently he's not going to meetings. He's going to meetings. Apparently he's just falling asleep in those meetings.
Which is even worse.
Which is bad. But it is. I just want to clarify the record there. And then apparently he's up late playing video games. What do you think will happen? I think that they would fire John Harbaugh before they even think about trading Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't think either Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson are getting traded. They would be idiots to do so. Kicks away from loop. It's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line, and the Packers will bring this to close to the 30-yard line. We'll see where the spot is. That's where Malik Willis, currently battling an illness and a bum throwing shoulder, playing in the stead of starting quarterback Jordan Love, who suffered a concussion last week against the Chicago Bears. Packers will start in shotgun. Jacobs the back to Willis's right. Jumbo personnel here with an extra lineman out there for Green Bay. Willis will take the snap. It's a pass play. He's got a clean pocket. He's going to launch down the field, and it is caught by Romeo Doubs. Oh, what a catch to start this game, and what a drop in the bucket from Malik Willis. One Steelers legend, Malik Willis, throwing to another Steelers legend, Romeo Doubs. Of course, two Steelers that never were. Now, did he catch this? Did he get 2 feet in? He did get 2 feet in. And that's a great catch by number 87. He was the one last week to drop the ball on the onside kick attempt from Chicago. And now there's a delay of game penalty on Green Bay. Willis couldn't get them to the line in time, apparently. So that'll be 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming up. First and 15. Now there's going to be a direct snap. Ball's on the ground. Flag on the play. I think this was a bad snap. I think the center snapped it right into his own ass. Yeah, false start on Green Bay. This will be another 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 20. They're going to say it's on Aaron Banks, the guard. What happened here? Yeah. Well, the center just took too long to snap it, and then it hit. It hit the what's that guy's name, dude? The guy from NC State, the rookie. Can't remember. They go empty here on 1st and 20. 3 receivers out there for Green Bay. Willis takes the snap, steps up, throws into the seam. It's wide open. Caught Christian Willis going into the end zone. Touchdown! Packers! What a start for Malik Willis! Willis! Well, that was easy. Green Bay. Oh, my goodness. 2 plays and a touchdown for Green Bay. A deep shot to Romeo Doubs on the outside, followed by a seam shot in the middle of the field versus cover 2 to Christian Watson.
Not looking like a bump shoulder.
What a throw. I mean, dude. For a guy that was questionable all week with a shoulder, Willis is rifling that ball in there. Kick is up and good. That is the first PAT made for our prize picks today, folks.
Let's go. Man. I mean, 1st down and 20.
1st down and 20. Malik Willis with just a pure seam shot up the middle. Beautiful throw. Hit him right in stride. Watson uses his speed to get into the end zone. Tie ball game. All right, baby. We got a shootout in Lambeau. You got to love it, man. You got to absolutely love it, Ponzi. You got Malik Willis slinging that thing. Future Steelers quarterback Malik Willis. Maybe. Maybe. I'm enjoying our time with Aaron Rodgers right now, but maybe
another former Packers QB.
Why not, man?
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, didn't they draft him when Arthur Smith was with the Titans?
No, he was in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
At that point. All right, man. Catsy says someone's in the chat asking what happens if this game ends in a tie. The Steelers win the division if it's a tie. Because that means it'd be a 1.5 game lead. Wait.
And with 1 game to go.
No. It would be 1 3/4 game.
How does that work?
Because if the Ravens win, it's a 1.5 game. Yeah, it's a 1.5 game difference. But if you split that into a tie,
gotcha.
And
that's division.
So you guys get it, okay? So if this game ends in a tie, the Steelers win the division. All they need is a tie or a loss from the Ravens. The Ravens have to win this game outright to keep themselves alive in the division.
I mean,
just so everyone is aware.
Kind of being a little doom and gloom at the start there, but
I know.
Ravens defense.
Well, I mean, the Packers defense is going to have to figure something out here because I don't know if you're going to be able to go 2 plays for whatever it was, 70 yards every single drive. So right now we're sitting at 330 likes. We got 1,700 people watching live around the world. 70 likes away from getting to our next free raffle entry. And where are we at with subs here, Ponzi?
Let me check real quick. We're a little bit away.
All right, so once we get to 109,000 subscribers here, guys, which we are less than 40 subscribers away from at this point. We're about 35 subscribers away. Once we get there, we're giving away 3 free raffle entries for tonight's raffle. So if you guys want free and informative Steelers content every single day on this channel, watch parties for every single Steelers game, whether it's pre, regular, or postseason, that's what we provide for you guys here on Steelers Talk. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Help us get to 109K here on the show. $5 from Christ is King says, Bears fan here for the Steelers and Bears. This game is important for both North teams and their respective divisions. Let's go Ravens. No. Go Paco. Go Packers. All right, but either way, there's going to be a Northern division decided tonight, Ponzi.
Yeah.
If the Ravens win, the Bears win, the NFC North. If the Packers win, the Steelers win, the AFC North. So, all right, second drive of the game for Baltimore. Crisis King, appreciate you stopping by, man, but respectfully, gotta cheer for the Packers. And I know you guys hate the Packers, and I understand it, but we hate the Ravens just as much, dude. All right, here we go. First down and 10, starting at the Ravens 26. Huntley in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to throw a quick spot route. It's going to be caught for a gain of 7. Isaiah Likely on the reception. All right, people, we're only 13 likes away from giving away a free raffle entry. We're now less than 30 subscribers away from giving away another one. Every 100 subscribers, every 200 likes, we're giving away free raffle entries tonight. Second down and 3 now. Shotgun for Huntley again. 2 receiver set. They send Flowers in motion left to right. They're going to go throw again. Just a quick spot route. Wide open to Likely again. And he gets a nice gain and a first down. I mean, the Packers got to find a way to cover that up. I mean, they're just allowing Likely lining up in the slot to be wide-ass open. What is Quay Walker doing? Can't be giving Tyler Huntley these really easy chunks on high-percentage throws. You got to force him to throw the ball down the field a little bit more. First down and 10. Packers still in their too high safety look. Now they bring a safety down. Offset eye. They're going to hand it off to Henry. You'll pick up another decent chunk of 3 or 4 yards. They're going to say he got 4 yards, so another successful play for Baltimore. What are they, 13 for 14 on right now? Is that what they are? 13 for 14 successful plays for Baltimore's offense. That's how bad the Packers have been to start this game. Once again, in shell coverage, shotgun for Huntley. Now the Packers bring down a safety. They motion Flowers right to left. Huntley takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to throw the out to Flowers. He's going to make a man miss, and he's running. He gets down to close to the 40-yard line, down to the 41 on the Packers side of the field. And once again, the Ravens are moving the ball with ease. And that's Valentine, the outside corner on the missed tackle Eventually, Williams, the safety, has to come in and clean him up. Dude, Tyler Huntley's throwing motion is so ugly. Force that cat to throw it. He's worse than Willis. Under center, good push from the Ravens O-line on the run play to Derrick Henry. He'll pick up 7. Another successful play for Baltimore. They are just kicking their ass up front. Without Micah, no Kenny Clark. Packers are down bad. And they keep playing this nickel coverage out there. And they keep playing 2 high safeties. They just don't have the bodies or the size. Offset I formation, handoff to Henry. He's going to find a hole, and he's going to pick up another 5 yards. First down, Baltimore.
We might hit our prize picks with Henry in the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, Henry's already up to, 64 yards on the day. He's averaging 6.4 yards per carry. It's insane. And Huntley is a perfect 7 for 7, by the way. Like, there's just no resistance at all from Green Bay's defense to start this game. Now they go pony formation, Baltimore does, with 2 running backs. They're going to throw a quick little swing route to Keaton Mitchell, and he will pick up another easy 7 yards. Jesus Christ. Can we have a little bit of energy here, Green Bay? Being like 2nd down and 3. Another good chunk on a first down. Kevin says, Jack, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you, Kevin. Now the Ravens go pistol. 2 receiver set with two tight ends. Mitchell the back. Huntley will take the snap, hand it off, and they're going to call false start. Second down and 8. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and a back for Baltimore. Huntley will take the snap, looking to throw. Nothing there. Now he's going to look to run. He's got some room out to the left. He's going to try and get to the pylon, or not to pylon, but he gets to the sticks and gets an extra yard. First down, Ravens. Tyler Huntley playing the game of his life. Running the ball effectively, passing the ball effectively. Every time Green Bay covers up Huntley's first option, Huntley's running into open space. I don't know what the hell Quay Walker's doing. Quay Walker stinks. Now it's first down and 10 inside the Prize Picks red zone. Again, download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. I formation, handoff to Henry, and this will be maybe the first unsuccessful first down run Henry's had all game. Just a 2-yard gain for the King. Somebody's asking if Green Bay's playing for something tonight. They are. They're playing to keep themselves alive in the NFC North division race. With the loss that the Lions took last night, or couple nights ago, versus Minnesota, Green Bay has clinched a playoff spot. But if they win out and the Bears lose out, which is more possible than you might think, the Bears have kind of a tough 2-game stretch. By the way, thanks for getting us to 109,000, guys. We'll give away 3 free raffle entries here. But plain simple, guys, Packers are still playing for something. They still want to win their division so that they can get a home playoff game. It's pretty unlikely at this point because all it takes is 1 Packers loss or 1 Bears win, and the Bears win the division at this point. But the Packers are still fighting for that. So, yes, they are still trying to play and win. But let's give away 3 free raffle entries. Actually, we passed over 400 likes as well, so we're giving away 4 free raffle entries right here. Spam those me's in the chat if you want a free raffle entry. Spam those me's. We got Slow Playing. We got Joey. We got CC. We got Coco, Jesse, M3, Dante Panic, or Don't Panic, Pip, Ryan. We've got Anthony, Cody, John, Evan, Cody, Fluffy, Pip, Jay, John, Calvin, The Rinner, Mustache Chess, Jess. Keep them coming. Who wants those free raffle entries? We're giving away 4 right now. First one, going to Exify. Keep them coming. Keep spamming those me's. Second one is going to go to Dubs. Keep spamming those me's if you want me to pick you. Got 2 more to go. I'm going to give one to John Lugo. And then finally, I'm going to give one to Jagger Bush. Shout out to all you guys, and thank you for clicking that subscribe button and getting us to 109,000 subscribers. $2 from Ethan says, I've seen enough. Bring him to the Berg. I think he's talking about Malik Willis. Listen, man, if Rodgers retires, there's worse options out there because Willis is still really young. And he's athletic. If it's true Mike Tomlin really liked Malik Willis as a person in their meetings and stuff, it's a possibility. You can bring him
Willis
in.
is only 26.
Yeah, you can bring him in, maybe have him compete with Will Howard or whatever. I formation, handoff to Derrick Henry on 2nd down and 7, and he will pick up around 8, first down Ravens. Still no resistance from Green Bay's run defense. And the Ravens as a whole on offense only have 2 unsuccessful plays the entire first quarter. That is dominant. I don't think we've seen the Ravens offense play this well ever this season in a quarter. Offset or I formation again, handoff Henry, and he's going to get pushed close to the end zone down to the 1-yard line. God, man, this is a soft Packers team. Like if I'm the Eagles watching this Packers team, I'm like, I can beat this Packers run defense. They're just getting pushed backwards, dude. Second down and goal. I wonder where they're going to go with the football here, Ponzi. I wonder what they're going to do. Handoff. Derrick Henry finding a hole. Extends. They're going to say he's just short, but I think he extended the ball over the goal line. We'll see when the knee goes down, but Henry extended it at the last second past the goal line. We'll see. When does the knee go down, right? I think this is a touchdown, Ponzi. Well, we'll see if Harbaugh throws the challenge flag. It's 3rd down and goal. I mean, just run it again. You're going to get it. That's exactly what they do. They hand it off, untouched, touchdown. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd of the game. Bro. This is embarrassing for the Green Bay Packers. And this start to this football game should worry every single Packers fan that's out there tonight. Like, dude. Like, we're getting our asses kicked right here. Just no resistance whatsoever. And Derrick Henry, what was the more or less? And now there's an injured Packer player. And it's an interior defensive lineman, so they're going to be in an even worse spot. Good.
The more or less was 100.
Well, what's the one on ours?
That's saying 100.
I don't think it says 100 on ours, pal.
Is it? Oh, 80.
Yeah, it's 80. So we've already hit. We've already hit our prize picks on Derrick Henry at 80.5.
That's crazy.
He has 82 yards and 2 touchdowns to start this game on 2 drives. 15 carries on just 2 drives, dude. Averaging over 5 yards a carry. That is just
Jesus.
Just embarrassing, bro. And now the cart's coming on for Riley, the defensive lineman for Green Bay. Thomas is saying, yo, Jack, the Denver Broncos have clinched the number 1 seed since the Chargers lost. I don't believe that's correct. I believe the Patriots can still, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Patriots, if they win out, is that right? I know for a fact that, I think, unless I'm mistaken. But if the Pats win out and then the Broncos lose versus LA next week, who gets the number 1 seed?
Pats.
Okay, so they have not clinched the number 1 seed yet.
Because right now they're still tied.
Yeah. So the Patriots have to win out, and then the Chargers need to beat the Broncos. The Broncos clinched the AFC West. I think that's probably what you mean. Like the Broncos clinched the AFC West division championship today.
I think the Jags also have a chance to get the 1 seed, which is crazy.
Do they?
I mean, they're 11-4. I think.
So they got.
No. I think they got eliminated from 1 seed because Broncos already won. I think.
I don't think so though, because Jaguars, if they win this week, they're up to 12 wins. And then if the Chargers win next week and the Jags win, that means they're both at the same record, and Jacksonville beat Denver. So I don't think Denver – I think Jacksonville can still get the number 1 seed as well, if I'm not mistaken. The playoff machine. Get the playoff machine going, Ponzi. Yeah, but I really don't think it's the case that Denver's locked up the number 1 seed. In fact, I think they don't have the tiebreakers with either of the teams below them in the Patriots or the Jags. So honestly, next week's game against the Chargers will likely mean something. Unless the Patriots and Jaguars lose this week, that game's going to mean something to Denver.
All they need is the Pats to lose to 1 out of 2, in which they have the Jets and Dolphins. But they actually have the 3-way tiebreaker.
They have the 3-way tiebreaker, but they don't. So it's weird because they don't have the individual tiebreakers against either New England or Jacksonville, but they have the 3-way tiebreaker.
No, Jacksonville has the 3-way tiebreaker.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
But in that case, New England would be all the way down to the 3 seed.
Yeah. But as Steelers fans, obviously, what matters most is who's going to be the 5 seed. And right now, like if Buffalo wins this week in Philly tomorrow, they're probably going to be the 5 seed. So we're really hoping the Eagles win in Buffalo tomorrow, which isn't impossible. But I would say that Eagles team has really struggled against playoff caliber competition this year, and the Bills are home. But Josh Allen is dealing with a foot issue, so you never know. But let me just say this, Ponzi. There's never been a more wide-open AFC. If the Steelers are going to put together a run with a veteran quarterback that's not a superstar, this year's going to be the year that they can do it. Not saying that they will do it, just saying that if they do it, it's going to be in a year like this, where there's a lot of inexperienced quarterbacks in the playoff picture. We're back in Lambeau. The kick is away, and the return will be taken out to around the 25. And that's where Malik Willis and the Packers will take over for the second time in this game. Just a quick 2 plays on the first drive of the game for Malik Willis, and he already has 79 yards. Last week was pretty good as well. He was 9 for 11. Had some beautiful downfield throws as well. Let's see what he's got for us here on this drive. Now watch this drive. Shotgun here for Willis. 3 receiver set for Green Bay. And Malik will take the snap. He's looking for the quick option. He will throw, and it's caught by the tight end, number 81 for Green Bay for a gain of 8. Number 81 for the Packers is Josh Wiley. Tucker Kraft out for the season, of course, with that gruesome injury he had earlier in the year. Come on, Malik. Got to stick with the Ravens, man. They might have to score a lot of points to stick with this Ravens crew today if this Packers defense is going to stink it up the way they have these first 2 drives. Pistol formation here for Willis. He'll hand it off to Jacobs for the first rushing attempt of the game, and he's only going to get he gets about 2 yards, but it looks like he's going to be just short of first down yardage. It'll be 3rd down and inches coming up. Packers going to get to the line quickly here. Try to go hard count. Now they're going to snap it. I don't think Malik Willis got there. He's going to get a last-second push. I think they're going to give it to him. I think this is first down. It's close. Looked like Willis they're saying 4th down and inches, and LaFleur covers his mouth with his play sheet indicating they're going to go for this. But Malik, I don't know, dude. I think he might have got this on the second push. But 4th and inches, they're going to go shotgun here. Just what are we doing, LaFleur? Just do another tush push. They're going to take the snap, hand it off. Jacobs brought down behind the line of scrimmage, Ravens football.
We have got to stop lining up in shotgun on 4th and inches.
What is that play call from Matt LaFleur? We're running the football on 4th and 1 from the shotgun. You are
up the middle.
You are literally not even a ball lengths away from a first down. Why are we not lining up in tush push?
And that's the second time he's done it this season.
That extra space allows Roquan Smith to knife into the backfield, and now it's going to be Ravens football in Packer territory with a chance to go up 2 scores.
It's crazy.
Now the Ravens will start in pistol. They'll hand it off to Keaton Mitchell, who's looking for a lane. He makes one Packer man miss. Now he gets outside, and he's going to pick up a first down and more. Another 14-yard gain for the Ravens rush game. First down, Baltimore. Holy cow, this Packer team sucks. Keyshawn Nixon missed the tackle on the outside. Would have been a minimal gain if he would have brought him down. You got to go for the legs, Nixon. Why are you trying to bring him down at the shoulders? It's idiotic. Excuse me. Condensed formation, I formation. Hand off to Mitchell, not going to get much, maybe a yard. It's about time this Packers defense showed up on a play. But every time it's an unsuccessful play, Ponzi, they just follow it up with like a 14-yard gain, and it doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, as Steelers fans, we've seen some bad run defense throughout this season at points. This is the worst run defense I've seen from probably any team in the NFL this year. Now the Ravens will get into shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and a back, Keaton Mitchell. No Derrick Henry so far on this drive. It's going to be fake toss. Now Huntley will throw to a wide-open Rashad Bateman, and he will get about 7 yards. Be 3rd down and short coming up. Of course, you get a 1-yard gain. You get a 1-yard, first down run stuff. You give up 7 yards, just wide open to Rashad Bateman. God, it's just no resistance at all from Green Bay. Third down and 2. Offset I formation. Huntley under center. He's going to send Ricard in motion. Hand it off to Henry, and he is going to run over a Packer and pick up about 6 yards. First down, Ravens. Once again in the Prize Picks red zone, down to the 6-yard line. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This Packers run defense just can't do anything. I think we all know what the Ravens are going to do. They're just going to keep running it until the Packers stop them, which might be never. I formation. Surprise, surprise, they give it to Henry. He bounces off one tackler, and he gets a yard. Maybe 2. Michelle says GB doesn't deserve to go to the playoffs. The way they're playing tonight, you're probably right there, Michelle. If they lose tonight, obviously, that means they're going to have an away playoff game as a wild card. And, I would say there's some pretty weak division winners in the NFC. You're going to have a weak division winner in the South, and then the Eagles, I would say, are a pretty weak division winner. Yeah. Under center, roll out to the left. Huntley's going to make one man miss, looking to run. He's going to be wrapped up at around the 3.5-yard line. Be third down and goal coming up. God, man, don't go down 2 touchdowns here, Packers. Just don't go down. Don't go down 2 touchdowns here, Packers. Of course, another missed tackle from Green Bay. Thank God there was another Packer defender there to bring down Snoop. Third down and goal. Type those 3s. Come on, Packers. Get off the field here. Get a goal line stand here. Something tells me Baltimore might think about going for it here if they get close enough. 2 tight ends and a back. Derrick Henry along with Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Huntley looking, nothing there. Now pressure's on him. Now he's going to escape. Now throws end zone. Incomplete. And it looks like there's an injured Packer. Look like multiple players. Oh, now Zay Flowers is limping to the sideline as well. Zay Flowers and then Nate Hobbs, the Packer corner, are banged up on the play. They collided at the end of it. And, wow, Huntley's lucky this isn't intercepted in the end zone by Hobbs. So an interesting 4th down decision coming up here with Flowers being escorted to the sideline. There's going to be a TV timeout here. Should they go for it or should they kick the field goal? Am I crazy for wanting them to go for it, Ponzi?
I don't think you're crazy at all.
Because they're at the 4. That's not an easy conversion. That's not just like you can run a halfback dive and get 2 yards.
Well, with the push they've been getting.
Well, it's possible, but it's not like it's if this was like 4th and goal from the 1 or 2, it feels like a run would almost guaranteed to get in.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case here. It's certainly possible, but I kind of want them to go for it, and I hope they don't get it.
Well, obviously.
Obviously, we hope they don't get it, but
I think rationally, I think they still go. I don't know, though, because, getting a 2-score lead early on in the game might be nice.
Yeah, and, if I'm the Ravens, I probably kick the field goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I probably take the points.
Because, points are...
And, if I'm the Ravens, what am I thinking? All right, I got a run game that is running all over these guys. I have a chance to go up by 2 scores. I mean, the Ravens have no indication that their offense is going to slow down later in the game.
Oh, well, then again, they were like this last week, though.
Did they
had a 2-score lead?
Yeah, they did, but that was in the 4th quarter. That wasn't in the 1st. And I wouldn't say their offense was humming the way that it is right now. So
I know Henry had a pretty good game last week, but
it's definitely an interesting decision.
How many carries does he have right now? Let's see. 17 carries.
That's a lot, man. It's a lot of carries for one half.
Finally feeding them the ball.
I mean, right now, he's like on pace to have like over 40 carries in this game. That's how many carries he's had to start.
That's crazy to me.
Honestly, that's how many carries. If the Packers can find a way to win this game, that's like what Derrick Henry's doing right now, the amount of carries, that's how much we should be giving to Caleb Johnson tomorrow.
Yep.
Just get Caleb all the reps.
Yeah, they're going to line up for the field goal.
Yep, I think this is the right decision. This is probably what I would do if I were John Harbaugh. Take the 2-possession lead. But Tyler Loop to hit on our Prize Picks lineup, puts it up, and it is good. That is the one field goal we needed for our Prize Picks lineup. And speaking of Prize Picks, let's have a word from our sponsor today, where it is the holiday season, guys. And in my opinion, this is the best time of the year for watching sports, whether it's bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening all at once. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is super simple to play. You just pick more than or less than at least 2 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about Prize Picks is that how you play is up to you. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you're feeling particularly strong about your lineup and want a bigger payout, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test, make some money, that is, if you know ball. Well, so far, Ponzi and I are doing pretty good. We took the more on Brandon McManus PATs made. He's already got 1. We took the more on Derrick Henry rushing yards. That's already a green check mark. And then Tyler Loop just made a field goal, so we can check that one as well. We're doing pretty good on our Prize Picks lineup so far, guys. If you want to download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS, you guys can get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on the Prize Picks app today. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Just so you guys know, right now, where are we at in terms of donations, Ponzi? We got to be getting close. I don't think we're there yet, but I think we're like $40 away or something from locking in the raffle. $10 helps us get closer and gets you into tonight's raffle. 3 raffle tickets for a $20 donation. $50 gets you 10 tickets, and every $2.50 we bang the gong here on Steelers Talk. If you guys want to double your raffle entries, by the way, you guys can send in your donations via Venmo or PayPal. You can find me at Jack Sperry on Venmo or at Captain Jack Rabbit on PayPal. All right. Yeah, I know, I saw that. All right, man. Got some supers to catch up on. Shannon with the 5 says, Jack, I checked in with Ravens Chat Sports, and they have 1.8K viewers on game day versus 2K on Steelers Chat Sports on Ravens Hate Day. Yep, that's about right, man. Steelers Nation's undefeated. F Trader Joey and F the Ravens. $2 from Hammond Brass. $2 says, don't worry, they'll pull out Henry in the fourth quarter, just like they did last week, right, Ponzi? $10 from Star Fury says the Steelers will win tomorrow. No worries. Go Steelers. Yeah, man. Like even if the Ravens do win tonight, I'd still really like the Steelers' chances of winning tomorrow. But obviously the pressure's on because if you lose against the Browns tomorrow, you're going to have to play the Ravens in Week 18 with the season on the line without your number 1 receiver in DK Metcalf. So really hoping you can get it figured out by the end of the weekend. Kicks away, and Baltimore is going to take this to around the Packers are going to take this to around the 26-yard line. And that's where Malik Willis and the Packers offense will take over for the 3rd time tonight. Come on, let's get something going here, Packers. All I want is some points here, all right? Field goal, obviously not ideal, but it's better than 0. Get this back within striking distance. Condensed formation. Play action, bootleg to the left. Nice throw from Willis. It's going to be caught for a gain of around 7 to Dontavian Wicks. Like, dude, that potential first-round arm talent on full display right there from Malik Willis. Rolling to his opposite side there. His non-natural side is left. Flipped those hips and then threw a sidearm pass on the money to Dontavian Wicks. Gotta say, man, Willis has been pretty impressive in the time that he's had with the Green Bay Packers when he's been asked to play. Pony formation here with 2 running backs, one on each side of Willis. He's going to can the play at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be snapped, and it's going to be picked up by the Ravens. You can't make it up. Willis was trying to can the play. The center snapped the football. Everyone on the Packers were confused, and the Ravens picked up the ball. And they'll have the ball at around the 30-yard line. It literally hit Willis right in the face mask. And he was shocked that it hit him in the helmet. He was looking behind him, looking for the football. This is a joke. And now if the Ravens score a touchdown here, they're up by 3 scores. $50 away for the raffle. Got 15? Oh, we're only a $20 super chat away from locking in the raffle, guys. So starting from the Packers 30, they hand it off to Derrick Henry, and once again, there's great blocking. He's going to pick up 9 yards. This Packers defense has got to be gassed. I mean, Baltimore has possessed the football for almost the entire first half. The Packers have had the ball for a grand total of 3 minutes and 52 seconds. The Packers defense has to be so tired, bro. Offset I formation, handoff, Henry picks up the first down and a gain of 3. Oh, I'm seeing people blaming Willis for that play. Guys,
dude, the center snapped it right in his face.
Guys, Willis literally went to his helmet, letting everyone know not to snap the ball. And they snapped it. That's not on the quarterback. Shotgun for Huntley on first down and 10, now inside the Prize Picks red zone again. 3 receivers set for Baltimore. They're going to hand it off to Henry, and he'll get no gain. Good stop there. Finally got a stop. Lucas Van Ness, the former first-round pick out of Iowa. Download the Prize Picks app today. You guys can use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Second down and 10 for the Ratbirds. Got to stop them to a field goal, man. Can't give up a touchdown here. Huntley will take the snap. He's going to throw a quick screen out to Flowers, who is back in the game. He's going to make a cut and get 1 yard. Good tackle by Green Bay. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Got to get off the field here, Ponzi. Got to stop them to a field goal. Because listen, man, you give up a field goal here. You're still down 2 scores, but it's just 2 scores. You know, you can get a touchdown to finish the half, and then you could even have a lead by the time the Ravens touch the ball again. But if you give up a touchdown here, you're down 3 scores, and there's a lot of pressure to at least get a field goal before half. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun for Huntley. 2 receivers, Hopkins and Flowers. He'll take the snap. Huntley looking. He's going to throw end zone to Hopkins. Incomplete. He wants flags, and they're not going to get one. Huntley can't believe that's not pass interference, but Keyshawn Nixon was the one in coverage. Just throwing up a 50-50 ball, and I think that's... I can see the point that Baltimore's trying to make, but Hopkins does go in there and trying to make contact versus Nixon, so you can't call defensive pass interference on the offensive player initiating contact. But Tyler Loop will attempt the 34-yard attempt. Big stop for the tired Green Bay defense. It's almost blocked, but it's up and good. 20-7, Baltimore with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the half. Got multiple people super chatting. Wake up, Packers. I believe we got there, didn't we, Ponzi? Great. All right. Shout out to Lake Havasu and then Andrew Ringler with the $10 super chats to get us to $250 and lock in the raffle. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Hopefully that gong hit, will wake up the Packers.
Yeah, hopefully the sound of that gong woke up the fucking Packers, dude.
Lock in.
I mean, listen, okay? If they can double dip here, and they can make it a one-score game by the time that the Ravens touch the ball again, that would be a success. All right, that's the goal. Mission failure for the Packers would be the Ravens get the ball back again to start the third quarter. What's that?
Even right here.
What do you mean right here?
Like if the Packers go 3 and out.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, so if the Ravens get the ball back and it's like a meaningful drive and they're still up 2 scores, that's mission failure for Green Bay. They got to put together a drive here, maybe get a field goal, and then get another score at the other side of the half. But like if you're Green Bay, the focus has to be right now. Go score at the end of the half. Go score at the beginning of the second half. If you can do those 2 things, we're going to be, they're going to be in a pretty decent spot to compete in the second half. Because their defense has gotten 2 stops the last 2 drives. That's the positive spin there. Is that
they bent,
the team? The Packers offense has given the ball back to Baltimore twice on their side of the field, and they haven't given up touchdowns.
No.
So that's a positive right there. Is that the defense is starting to play a little bit better. But now it's about closing that gap and getting back within striking distance. And if the Packers can get a touchdown here, there's plenty of time to still go get a touchdown. You got the 2-minute warning. You got 3 timeouts. This team has already scored a touchdown on a 2-play drive. So you know that Malik Willis and the Packers are capable of going down and scoring a touchdown here. If that happens, then you have an opportunity to take the lead on the other side of the half, at the other side of halftime here. So, this game is far from over, people. It's far from over. But they got to get their act together. They got to get going on offense right now.
We got Ravens TV in here.
They're just jealous. They're just jealous that we got more people in here than they got in their stream.
Exactly.
Their season's on the line. Tyler Loop will kick this away. And it's going to be a good kick, fielded at around the 2. And he's going to barely get past the 20, down to the 24-yard line. Preseason odds to win the Super Bowl. The Baltimore Ravens had an 11% chance to win the Super Bowl, which is the most in the league. They are 1 loss away, or 1 Steelers win away from not making the postseason this year. That's crazy, man. All right, Willis will start this drive from his own 24. Shotgun, play action. Willis looking, throwing sideline, caught Watson. He's going to pick up 13 and a Packer first down. Good start. Good start, Willis. Christian Watson with a good start to this game. Already 52 yards and a touchdown on 2 catches. Good throw from Willis right on the face of Watson. Now first down and 10. Willis will take the snap, play action again. He's got a pocket, steps up, nothing there. Now rolling out to his left. He's going to dump it off to Jaden Reed, and he'll pick up 2 yards. Clock will continue to tick. He stayed in bounds. Very nice. Got some super chats to get to here in a moment. Second down and 8. Clock continues to tick. We're now past 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Now pressure on Willis immediately. Throws over the middle. It's caught by Dobbs. He's streaking towards the end zone. Not the end zone, the sideline. It's going to be a good gain of about 17 or 18 yards and a first down for Romeo Dobbs. And the clock will stop at 2:14. Nice job by Willis. Sidearm pass with pressure in his face. Dude, Willis is kind of balling out here, dude.
He's staying in the pocket, too.
Willis is a perfect 6 for 6 with a touchdown. Like, I know Tyler Huntley's been pretty efficient in this game, but like you watch Tyler Huntley play and you watch Malik Willis throw the football, you tell me which one's the better football player. It's pretty obviously Malik Willis. And now there's going to be a penalty, a face mask on Alohi Gilman, and that's going to be an extra 15 yards for Green Bay, and that's going to put them in Baltimore territory. All the way down to their 33. Go get a touchdown here. Go get a touchdown here, Green Bay. Come on. Something I would like to see, though, when we get to the other side here into the third quarter is get Josh Jacobs the ball more, man. Just 2 carries for him. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. On the other side of the 2-minute, Packers will have the football with all 3 of their timeouts at the Baltimore 33-yard line, obviously with 2 minutes left to go in the half. All right, we got a couple super chats here. So while they're at commercial, let's hit these. Snowman with a $20 super chat says, F the Ratbirds, go Pack Go. And don't forget, Snowman, here we go, dealers, here we go. And then we got a $50 super chat from Kevin Biro. Bang! Here we go, dealers, here we go. Kevin Biro with a $50 super chat. Appreciate you, Kevin. And Kevin gets 10 raffle tickets there with that bomb. All right, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. Right now, we currently have more people in our chat room here on Steelers Talk for a game the Steelers aren't even playing than our Ravens channel has on their stream. All right, they got about 1.8 thousand people watching on their stream tonight. Their season's on the line, by the way. We got over 2,000 people in this chat room right now. So that's why Steelers Nation is the best. That's why you click that subscribe button, because we shit on Ravens Today or Ravens Rundown, whatever the hell our Ravens channel is called here. And, of course, Trader Joey. All right, man. This feels pretty big, Ponzi. Now that they're at the 33, I'm kind of more in the mindset of I want a touchdown here so that they have a chance to either cut it to 3 or just straight up take the lead before Baltimore even touches the ball again. Yeah. In the third quarter.
I really think that, like, regarding double dipping, this is probably the best case scenario right now. 2-minute warning, you're at the 33, you're driving, and Malik Willis has been perfect tonight. Yeah,
Malik Willis is playing really good ball, man. He's already got 122 yards passing. By the way, Malik Willis is outgaining Tyler Huntley in the passing game. He's got more than double the passing yards compared to Tyler Huntley. So all these people in the chat saying Huntley's better than Malik Willis because his team is leading. Like, come on, bro. Like, if Malik was on the Ravens, it would not change
honestly,
the outcome.
It wouldn't even be close.
Wouldn't even be close. Pistol formation. Willis takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it to his check down. It's caught by Williams, and he's going to cut upfield, get about 11 yards. First down, Packers. He is brought down inbounds, though. But I think the Packers are going to take their time as they get down to the Ravens 22. They want to leave as little time as possible on the clock for Baltimore, even though I wouldn't be that scared of Tyler Huntley, to be honest with you. Trips left, shotgun, Willis. He'll take the snap and go read option. He'll pull it. Now he's going to run away from Ravens, and he's streaking to the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! Da-na, na-na-na-na. Go, Pack, go! Na-na-na-na-na. Go, Pack, go! Let's go, Malik Willis! Future Steeler Malik Willis runs it into the end zone. Beautiful job there.
Ball out.
And Marlon Humphrey had no shot. I mean, dude, that's what we saw as the upside, as you know, the reason why a lot of people thought Willis should be a top 5 pick in that 2022 class was because of the rushing ability that is dynamic, the arm talent that is undeniably there with a guy like Malik Willis. It's why I wanted that year the Steelers to take Willis in the first round, not Kenny Pickett. Obviously, I didn't get my wish, and I was completely right that Kenny Pickett would not work out here in Pittsburgh. But good for Malik Willis, man. He's balling out. Good for Malik Willis, man.
I mean, you think about it this way for Willis, this is basically a bona fide tryout.
Yeah.
For other teams.
Yeah.
Because he's in the last year of his free agency or his contract, and he'll enter free agency, and maybe the Steelers, maybe, like a Jets, Raiders, a team that needs a quarterback or wants a bridge. Willis I
don't know if he'd be a bridge.
You don't think it would be a bridge?
No, he's too young and too talented to be a bridge. I think,
Gotcha.
He'll go somewhere to compete for the long-term starting job, like Pittsburgh, for example, or he might go back to Green Bay if he can't get like a bona fide starting job. We'll see what happens, but
Justin Fields had a starting job.
Dude, there's a lot of teams out there that could be looking for new quarterbacks this year. Miami is a name that's really interesting. Malik would have to agree to go there on a smaller contract, kind of like a Daniel Jones did, because they're on the hook for a lot of money on Tua's contract. So they need a cheap option at quarterback. The Jets are going to need a new starter next year. Cleveland could use another starter, but I think they're going to be dumb and keep Shadur and Deshaun Watson, and they're going to have those guys compete for the starting job. So go ahead and do that, Cleveland, please. Cincinnati, Baltimore, I don't think they're going to get rid of Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. I think that's a possibility, but probably not a likely possibility. Indianapolis will need a new quarterback next year, unless they bring back Daniel Jones.
I think they might.
Who else needs a new quarterback next year? Las Vegas will need a new one. Who else here?
Vikings, if they want.
Some people are starting to throw out the idea of Goff being traded from Detroit. I really don't think that's going to happen. Minnesota, maybe, but I think J.J. McCarthy's playing well enough where you probably give him one more chance and maybe bring in like an Anthony Richardson to compete with him. But maybe Malik Willis is there, so I'll include Minnesota on the teams that Malik could go to. Atlanta probably goes another year of Penix.
Yeah.
Bryce Young probably going back to Carolina. Shuck probably going back to New Orleans. Where else? Arizona is another team. Might be looking to move on from Kyler Murray. That could make a lot of sense for Malik Willis. And that's about it. So there's around 7 teams that could theoretically, or if you include the Steelers, that's 8. It's like 8 teams that could theoretically think about bringing in Malik Willis. And there's just not a whole lot of like high-end quarterback talent on the free agency market this year or in the draft. So it kind of seems like to me if Malik keeps playing this way, he's going to get a chance to start somewhere. And good for him, man. Good for him. All right, the kick's away, and it's going to be fielded in the end zone and kneed down. So the Ravens will start at the 35-yard line. Again, the Ravens if Tyler Huntley can put together a drive here, they could take a 2-possession lead again with just a field goal. Just what a terrible play by Marlon Humphrey, man. He just doesn't realize how fast Malik Willis is. If you're sleeping going up against Malik Willis, you sleep on his legs, he's going to beat you, man. And we've seen some serious arm talent today as well. I'm telling you, dude, I think Malik Willis is going to get a starting opportunity next year, man. So here we go, Tyler Huntley trying to extend this lead to a 2-possession lead here and get a field goal before half. From the 35, play action, Huntley looking. He will throw short and dropped by Rasheen Ali, the running back. Okay. Come on now. Get a stop here, Green Bay. Or get a stop here, Green Bay. Come on, baby. After a terrible start on the first 2 drives of the game, this Packer defense has played a little bit better these last 2 drives. Now shotgun, spread for Huntley. It's going to be designed quarterback run up the middle, and there's no Packers defenders even close. He's going to run into Packer territory all the way to the 40-yard line. Ravens call timeout, I think. Or maybe not. No, they're hurrying to the line. It's about a minute left to go in the half, but they are certainly approaching field goal range. Takes the snap. Huntley looking again. He's going to dump it off. Caught by Ali. He'll be tackled at the 35, and the clock will continue to tick. Just the perfect time for a QB draw up the middle there, Ponzi. No Packer defender even in the area up the middle. Now it takes a snap. Packers send a blitz. Now they're going to run with Huntley up the middle, and now he's going to cut it outside. A missed tackle from Green Bay. Gets all the way down to the 23 or 22, but a flag on the play. I think this is going to be holding on Baltimore, and this is coming back with just 30 seconds left to go. Legal shift on Baltimore. So that's going to park them all the way back to the Green Bay 40. And this would be a difficult field goal to make at this distance. 30 seconds to go. Baltimore still has all 3 timeouts. Second down and 10. Haven't seen Derrick Henry in a little while. Yeah, 2-minute drill. You're not going to see Derrick, but spread formation. And Huntley will take the snap. Looking, throwing middle, open, caught. First down, Isaiah Likely with an 11-yard gain. I'll say, man, I mean, Tyler Huntley, we've been talking. Oh, now a flag as well. Another flag.
This one's going to be on Green Bay. Hit to the head.
Yeah, that's going to be an illegal hit to the head on Williams. Hitting Isaiah Likely right in the crown of the helmet. It's going to be an extra 15, and that's definitely going to put Baltimore in position to take a 2-possession lead in this one. Now, I mean, Green Bay's just hoping they can stop them from scoring a touchdown. Essentially wiping out the touchdown they just scored. They're in the Prize Picks Red Zone. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Down to the Packer 14. Shotgun Huntley. They send blitz. He throws a quick out route to Mark Andrews, who will fall forward for about a 7-yard gain. Timeout, Baltimore with 19 seconds left. But I have been impressed with Tyler Huntley tonight, guys. Like, he's got a super ugly throwing motion, but he's processing things well. He's getting the ball out fast. Obviously, the Packers are playing soft, and he's taking advantage of that. But I think the difference, Ponzi, is Tyler Huntley's playing like a good backup tonight. Malik Willis is playing like an NFL starting quarterback. That's the way that I would describe it. Now, there's been 2 turnovers on the part of the Packers that weren't Malik Willis's fault. And the Ravens' run game has 172 yards right now, so that's obviously contributed to the score. But shotgun here, toss play to the outside to Mitchell. He's got blockers. He's going to get a first down, but brought down inbounds at around the 3-yard line. Timeout, Baltimore. It'll be first down and goal coming up. God, Packers, if you give up a touchdown here, dog, that's going to be a demoralizing touchdown if you give up a touchdown here, Ponzi. Give up 27 points to a Ravens team with Snoop Huntley at quarterback. So the most the Ravens have scored on offense as a team this year, well, they've scored 30 and they've scored 40, 27. I mean, if they score a touchdown here, they've only scored more than that, the same or more than that, in a game in 3 games this entire season. It's going to be a toss play to Derrick Henry. He's going to get the blocks, and he's in. touchdown, Derrick Henry. 10 seconds left to go in the half. Beautifully executed 2-minute drill from Baltimore. And this Packers defense continues to just suck ass. It's honestly an embarrassing performance from Green Bay's defense. Like, dude, this Ravens team has only scored 27 points in 3 ball games this year. And that's in 4 quarters. You give up 27 points in 2 quarters on your home turf?
And how many of those games were with Lamar? All of them?
No. The Bears game, they scored 30 with Huntley. Kick is up and good. And then the Ravens game, or the Vikings game, they did have Lamar. So, and then the Bills game to start the season, they had Lamar. Oh, they scored 41 against the Browns in week 2. And 30 against the Lions. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, apparently. But like 27 points and a half. The point is 27 points and a half versus an offense without Lamar Jackson is a joke. It honestly looks like no Packers players want to tackle. That's what it looks like. And now that touchdown from Baltimore is going to put a lot of pressure on Green Bay to score coming out of the half. Not just a field goal, Ponzi. Score a touchdown, because you're down by almost 2 touchdowns right now. So you pretty much need a touchdown, or at the very least 2 field goals before Baltimore scores again to just get back in it. $20 from Dylan Lewandowski. Says, F those ghetto chickens. F the Ravens, Dylan. Appreciate you showing up tonight. $5 from Shannon Cassidy. Says, does Fields ever get a chance for a starting job ever again? If not, could you see him coming back as a long-term backup option? He wasn't awful in Pittsburgh. I'll answer that question here in just a second, but the kick is away and fielded at the 3-yard line. Can you maybe get a return here? Nope, he gets shut down at the 25. My guess is Green Bay will just take a knee. But to answer the Fields question, look, I know Tomlin and Arthur Smith like him, so I'm not going to rule out a reunion for Fields in Pittsburgh, okay? And honestly, there's a world out there where you bring back Justin Fields and you have him and Will Howard compete for the starting job. Now, that's not what I would want. I don't think either of those options would give you a great chance at finding a long-term franchise quarterback. Fields is massively talented physically. We all know this, but we've seen, even in his time in Pittsburgh, like, the thing with his time in Pittsburgh, guys, is the Steelers' defense in the games that he won gave up less than 10 points a game in the games that they won. Okay? That is like all-time great level stuff right there. All right? So Justin Fields was not the reason why the Steelers were 4-2 when he was the starting quarterback. The defense was. And that's just a fact. And Fields, like the game plans that they would have for Fields were so dumbed down. They were like super easy reads, play action rollouts. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of full field progression stuff. And when they did go to that, it didn't go well. Fields was widely inaccurate when he was throwing down the field as well, even in his time in Pittsburgh. And those are the same things that we've seen throughout his career. The Steelers were just better at covering up his weaknesses compared to Chicago and New York. All right, so as a backup, I think Fields can be pretty good. But I think Fields is a pretty good backup option, but he's not, in my opinion, a long-term starting option. And I honestly think, you know where I think he ends up next year, Ponzi? I think he ends up in Baltimore as Lamar Jackson's backup. That's where I think he ends up. And I know a lot of Steelers fans are going to be not too happy about that, but it makes sense, right? It makes sense for Fields to be Lamar Jackson's backup. It makes sense for Baltimore to honestly give him a pretty decent chunk of change to make him their backup quarterback. And
reportedly, you know, the Ravens tried to make Shedeur Sanders Lamar's backup going into this season. They were going to draft him, but Shedeur said no. So like they're looking for a backup again.
Yeah. So I'm not, just because I know Tomlin and Art love them some Justin Fields for whatever reason, they could potentially bring him back, but they obviously didn't love him so much where they were willing to pay him $20 million per season the way the Jets paid him this offseason. So yeah. I honestly think some of the love the reported love that the Steelers had for Fields was a little bit overblown, and we know Tomlin and Khan are masters at manipulating the media. They will put fake shit out there all the time. I mean, remember when they apparently loved Shadur Sanders and were going to draft him at number 20 this year, and then like passed on him like 5 different times and then drafted Will Howard? Like, you know, I know that it was well reported by a number of people that the Steelers wanted to bring back Justin Fields, but listen, man, if you really wanted to bring him back, if you liked him that much, you pay him $20 million per season to be your starting quarterback. And they didn't do that. They offered him 15, and then they didn't give him another offer. And you don't do that with a guy that you believe is your future starting quarterback. So that's just the way that I think it breaks down. $2 from Justin Gordon says Khan gets Malik to Pittsburgh to prove Colbert wrong. Yeah, man. If Rodgers retires, there are worse options out there than bringing in Malik Willis, especially if you can get him on a team-friendly deal. And you could call it like a competition in camp or whatever between him and Will Howard. But I think we all know who would probably win that competition. I think it would be Malik Willis. And the thing about Willis is that he's a great rusher of the football. We just saw that with that rushing touchdown. He's made some awesome throws, sidearm type throws in this game already, and he's perfect 8 for 8. He's been a pretty impressive passer these last 2 weeks, in my opinion. And then you guys can see what he can do with his legs. And by the way, this is when he's sick. All right, he's throwing with a bum shoulder. So, I've always been kind of a Malik Willis fan. He was my number 1 quarterback in that 2022 class. And if Rodgers retires, I think there's worse options out there than Malik Willis. $10 from Big Mo says, we have to beat the F out of the Browns tomorrow. I'm right there with you, man. Go get the season sweep. Even if the division's locked up, be smart by, maybe sitting some players more and, snap counts for guys like Cam Hayward and some of these other guys that could use some more rest. But the players that are on the field, go out and get it, man. Go get a W. Go get that season sweep and go get us into double-digit win territory for the 3rd straight season under Mike Tomlin. And by the way, I believe this would be Tomlin's 12th double-digit win season. So that's 12 for 19. 12 seasons out of his 19 seasons, the team doesn't just get a winning record, guys. He's done that for every single season, or non-losing seasons. He's done that every single year he's been here in Pittsburgh, over 19 years. But 12 of those 19 seasons would be double-digit win seasons. Like, dude, there's not a whole lot of head coaches that have, 19-year stretches where, they're getting double-digit win seasons at over a 50% clip. That is actually kind of
teams general that have 12 or 10 double-digit win seasons in the last 25 years.
Yeah, that's almost 2/3 of your seasons here in Pittsburgh during the Mike Tomlin era where you are getting double-digit win seasons, all right? That's pretty impressive. It just is. Now, obviously, what's important here is winning in the playoffs, and I get that, and I completely agree with that. But, the regular season success speaks for itself, and honestly, I think he's gotten teams that had no business making the playoffs to the playoffs. And now that we actually have a team that, in my opinion, can make some noise in the postseason, I think that they are more than capable of doing that. I think they can win a home playoff game if they win the division. I think they can potentially go on a run if they, if things fall in the right direction for them. So, I'm excited to see what's going to happen the rest of the way. But no matter what happens tonight, guys, if the Steelers win tomorrow, we are division champs. You just got to take care of your business tomorrow. $10 from Timothy says, Netflix showing football is atrocious. Thank you for providing this game, you guys. I appreciate you, Timothy. You are in the raffle, by the way. Do we have any more super chats to get to?
That will be it.
All right. So here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and Ponzi's going to take over here for just a little second. I'll be back closer to kickoff in the second half here, guys. I'm going to get a little bite to eat. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'll be back for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Packers will get the football to start the second half, and it kind of feels like they need to get a touchdown to start the 3rd quarter to get back within striking distance and give themselves a shot. But until then, Ponzi's got you guys covered, so make sure you guys stick around. I'll be back in a few minutes.
How are we feeling? I mean, I know the score isn't the best for the Steelers' case, but Malik Willis has looked so good that if I'm Omar Khan, I'm thinking about it. I'm taking a hard look about it. That's actually going to be the question I'm going to ask you. Would you bring in Malik Willis for 2026? If Aaron Rodgers retires, of course. So I will ask that. How we doing, Gary? There we go. Sorry, I've got to hear some clicking here. I was going to ask, would you bring in Malik Willis here? If I'm Omar Khan, I'm probably doing it. Like I said, Malik Willis is a great talent, very physical specimen. He could throw the ball deep. I mean, we saw the first 2 plays. I think that, if Aaron Rodgers retires, I'm thinking I do. Yeah, electric divergent with a good point here, saying he's definitely the best quarterback in this game tonight. Anyone with eyes can see that. Yeah, it's not saying Tyler Huntley has played bad. He hasn't played bad at all. For what the Ravens are asking him to do, which is mostly hand the ball off and, make those checkdowns, he hasn't played bad at all. 12 out of 15, 83 yards. I believe that's an average completion of about 3.5. So, he hasn't played bad. He's been good with his legs, extending the play, and then not really forcing it. So, he's not been, a reason why the Ravens are being held back. But, the workhorse has been Derrick Henry today. 21 carries, 106 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 5 average. Come on. What are we doing here? But Malik Willis, perfect on the day, 133 yards, over 8 attempts, which means that's about, I want to say, a little over 12, I want to say, maybe even more. Maybe 14, 15. But, if the Packers are going to stay in this game, it's going to have to be Malik. And maybe he can do it. Maybe he can do it. But, come on. Who do you, thinking about it this way. The Packers do not have, 3 of their starters on defensive line that they were going into the season. So, I really don't know if they could really stop Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is one of those running backs that could really take over the game. And, I don't know if you're going to be up to the task, especially with how the Packers have been, looking on defense. So, I don't know, man. Like they saying QB wish list time. See, I want to rank my 5. Free agencies or trades or whatever. Because, number 1 would probably be, realistic. Probably A-Rod, if he wants to return, get him the second season. Yeah, they're not going to trade Stafford. They would have to get, Joe Burrow. They would have to get a different quarterback. Maybe they get Lamar. No, he wouldn't play. He wouldn't play for them. I'm thinking either Malik Willis probably is my 2. Aaron Rodgers is 1. Scott saying I would bring in Willis even if Rodgers stays. I would pick Willis over Mason Rudolph. Yeah, I think so too. But I don't think Malik would come here. I don't think he would if he was not given the chance to start. Kyler, yeah. Ugh. I'm not a big Kyler Murray fan. I really think that he's been inconsistent at best. When he's played, in the first regular season, the first 8 weeks, he does really good. But, especially when you gotta have it, he's been playing bad. I don't know if there's any moment in Kyler Murray where he definitively, took and carried this Cardinals team to the playoffs. Every time, the one team or the one season where they did make the playoffs, they limped in. And, no. Justin Fields, no. Burrow's not going to happen. Big Mo saying, I wanted Malik Willis, and we ended up getting Kenny Pickett. I mean, Malik Willis was my favorite quarterback in the draft. I really loved him. I thought he was going to be, for sure, like, definitive talent. I don't think, like, I didn't really even compare him to Lamar because, like, a lot of people did, kind of. I kind of compared him to more of a, like, more athletic Dak Prescott, where it's like he uses his legs a lot better. He's a lot faster, but, like, he's still got that strong arm to really take the top over the defense. So, like, I mean, I don't think that, that's a bad comparison. Dak Prescott is good. So, like, I don't know about that. But, Electic saying Zach Wilson? No. Third quarter is about to start. Ponzi, should we get Ty Simpson in round 1 and Bernard in round 2? Which Bernard? But, like, Ty Simpson, the way he looked in that Oklahoma game, he looked confident. He looked really good. He looked in rhythm, throwing over the middle of the field. Like, it's a really tough Oklahoma game. Or Oklahoma defense, I should say. But, like, I really think that, like, Ty Simpson in the right offense, with the right offensive coordinator, with the right developmental staff, could be the best quarterback out of this draft class. Like, nothing against Fernando Mendoza or, like, Dante Moore. I really like Dante Moore. But, like, Ty Simpson, man, he really does impress. Looks like the kickoff is about to return here. See if Sperry is going to come back anytime soon. But I'll do play-by-play while we wait here. Make sure you sub. If you want the Packers to win, sub for Packers dubs, AFC North dubs. But the kick is underway here. Tyler Loop will kick it off deep. And here's the Packers return man. Receives it at the 5, heading up to the 20, going to the 25, and he'll get tackled there at the 26-yard line. So it gets back to a regular, like, touchback of bounce end. Sperry's coming back right now. And Darnold's not going to come to the Steelers. Seahawks aren't going to trade him. There you go, Sperry.
All right, we're back here. Malik Willis starting at his own 26. Shotgun for him. He'll take the snap, and he will hand it off to Josh Jacobs. Nothing much doing up front. He gets 1 yard. He has a grand total of 2 yards on 3 carries so far in this game. I think if the Packers are going to win, they're going to have to rely on Malik Willis to carry him. Pony formation here for Green Bay. 2nd down and 9. He'll take the snap. Malik looking. Nothing there. Pressure getting there. Now he's going to roll it to the left. He's got some time. Nothing there, and he's going to take a big sack. It's a big play in this game. Be 3rd down and forever. Malik's got to know to throw that ball away, man. Again, he's trying to make something happen. There's just nothing there, dude. You got to get rid of it. Oh, man. Shotgun here for Malik. It'll be 3rd and 18. Let's see if they can pull a miracle out of their butt here. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to launch down the field. He's got a receiver. It's caught by Jaden Reed. Saves the drive down to the 48-yard line. 1st down, Packers. Let's go. Hey, we got Kurgan Cold in the chat. What's up, Kurgan? It's been a while, my friend. Welcome into the show. Big drive here for the Packers, man. It feels like you got to get some positive momentum. That's a huge conversion on 3rd and 18. And now shotgun again for Malik at his own 48 towards midfield. He'll take the snap, play action. He's got a nice pocket to work with. He thinks about throwing it, and then he pulls it back, spins in the pocket, now throws sidearm. It's caught by Christian Watson. What a play by Willis down to the 20-yard line. 1st down, Packers. Let's go. Malik Willis. Making magic happen in that pocket, man. Tried to go to look like Watson early, wasn't there. Made some nifty moves in the pocket, then just an insane off-platform throw. Hits Watson in stride. Watson almost dropped it. It was so out in front of him. And now it's first down from the 21 of the Ravens. It's going to be a quick screen to Jaden Reed. He'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2. Hope life is good, Kurgan. Hope life is treating you well, my friend. It's been a while since we've seen. I don't think we've seen Kurgan all season. I think the last time we saw him was before training camp. Second down and 9. From the 20, takes a snap from shotgun. Malik will throw quickly, and it's dropped by Evan Williams. It'll be third down and 9 coming up. Got to catch that ball, dude. Gotta catch that football. Or, sorry, that's Chris Brooks, number 30, the running back for Green Bay. Oh, Kurgan says he's been overseas. Well, hope your travels have treated you well, my friend. They go empty here with Malik on 3rd and 9. Big play in this football game right here. Trips left, takes the snap. Now they're going to run Malik up the middle. He's going to stay on his feet. Spin out of another tackle. First down, Packers inside the 10. What a play by Malik Willis. The contact balance, insane for a quarterback. How did he stay on his feet? And then how did he make 2 other Ravens defenders miss? This guy is insane, guys.
Steelers QB1.
Dude, this guy is playing his way into a starting job next year. I'm telling you, there's going to be a team that takes a chance on him. I don't know how he stayed up here for a first down. And now it's first down and goal for Green Bay at the 8. Willis crouching down. I think he's just tired. Remember, he is dealing with an apparent illness. He was questionable to go today with a shoulder injury that he was limited in practice all throughout the week with, and he's been sick.
Michael Jordan flu game? Nah. Give me Malik Willis flu game.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. With Malik Willis playing as well as he's playing right now, his only incompletion is a drop. And he has 33 yards on the ground on 5 carries and a touchdown.
This dude isn't crazy.
And we've seen, guys, we saw it just last week. The Ravens give away second half leads. They were up by 2 scores against New England last week. And they lost the game. If Malik Willis keeps playing like this, and the Packers defense can just give him just a couple of stops, we might have a game in the fourth quarter here, guys. We might have a game in the fourth quarter.
I had a little poll going on about if Steelers fans would bring in Malik Willis. 90% said yes.
I believe it, man. I mean, if he plays like this, dude, sign me up for Malik Willis for the next decade if he's playing like this.
I mean, only 26. Still got the prime.
Yeah,
I pick up Willis a little bit too much, but, dude, that was a crazy play. Crazy sequence right there.
I just think it's impressive, man. I just think the physical talent is impressive. And, am I saying Malik Willis is going to be a star quarterback in this league? Not necessarily. I think he's got the physical talent to get to that level. But it's been a really small sample size. But in this small sample size, he's been pretty freaking good, man.
I mean, even last year.
Yeah, and last year I think he went undefeated when he was the starter for Green Bay. He was pretty good.
Someone saying Kirk Cousins to Pitt.
Fuck that, dude. Is there an injury of some kind here?
Yeah, I got stepped on here.
Who got stepped on?
I think it's Marlon Humphrey.
Oh, Marlon Humphrey got his hand stepped on. Hopefully he's okay. Come on, man.
Touchdown here.
How great would it be if the Packers win this game? Shotgun here for Malik at the 8-yard line. He will hand it off to Jacobs. Once again, nowhere to go. Ravens' run defense has been stellar in this ball game. It's going to be second down and goal. They're going to credit him with a yard gain. It'll be second down and goal from the 7. Yeah, man, I appreciate them trying to get the ball to Jacobs, but that offensive line has not been able to block all game. I think you're going to have to put the ball in the hands of Malik Willis. Because touchdown here, you're right back within striking distance, man. Empty formation. Willis will take the snap. He's looking to his left, now to his right. He's going to throw it to his check down Jacobs, and he slips, gets back up, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 7. Difficult down and distance here. I mean, you probably have, a couple options to the end zone and then a check down option for Malik. And maybe the check down option is just go get it with your legs. Because if you can get inside the 5 here, if I'm Green Bay, I'm going for it.
I mean, only 4 carries for Josh Jacobs tonight. Not really doing anything.
Got shotgun for Malik. Trips left. Willis hard count. No, he takes the snap. He's looking around. He's going to escape out to his left. Is he going to run for it? He's going to be tackled down at around the 6-yard line. I think you got to kick. Dude, do you kick the field goal here? Dude, a touchdown is what you need here if you're Green Bay.
Because if you think about it this way, you're still going to be down 2 possessions.
Yeah, now the field goal would force Baltimore to score a touchdown to get to the 3-score advantage. But, I mean, if I'm Green Bay, I'm thinking about going for this, man. Now they're not. They're going to kick the field goal with McManus and take the points. But that was a drive you really wanted a touchdown if you were Green Bay. Kick is up and good from McManus, 27-17. Now you need a stop from your defense if you're Green Bay. Man, that is a disappointing way for that drive to end for the Packers. But you know what's not disappointing? Our friends at Prize Picks. It is the holiday season, and guys, in my opinion, this is the best time of the year for being a sports fan, whether it's watching bowl games with college football, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening right now. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is super simple to play. Just pick more than or less than on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about Prize Picks is that how you play is up to you. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you're feeling really strong about a particular lineup and want a bigger payout, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test and make some money. That is, if you know ball. Tonight, we took the more on PATs made from Brandon McManus. We took the more on rush yards for Derrick Henry and the more on Tyler Loop field goals made. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. You could even get a lineup in before tomorrow's Steelers-Browns game. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. We did pass the 250 mark, so at the end of the game here, guys, we're going to be raffling off a F the Ravens t-shirt at the end of the show. We've been giving away raffle entries here all throughout the night. By the way, we just passed 600 likes, so spam those me's. We're going to give away a free raffle entry right now. But while you guys are spamming those me's, we'll give away a free raffle entry here in just a second. If you guys want to get in on the raffle today, here is our donation menu. $10 gets you into the raffle. $20 gets you 3 raffle tickets, plus your name on the Steelers Talk Gong squad. $50 gets you 10 tickets, plus we make it rain for you. And then for every $250 we make on today's show, we are hitting the Steelers Talk Gong. And if you want to double your raffle tickets today, if you help us out and donate to Venmo or PayPal, we're going to help you out by doubling your raffle tickets. You guys can find me on Venmo at Jack-Sperry and on PayPal at Captain Jackrabbit on PayPal. So who wants the free raffle entry here? Spam those me's in the chat. We are back in Green Bay as the Packers get ready to kick this back off to Baltimore. I'm going to give this free raffle entry to Czar Craig. Craig has been watching every single show this year. He's a real one. He deserves a free raffle entry tonight. All right, the kick is away. LaJohntay Webster will field this at around the 7. Not the best kick in the world from McManus, and he's going to take it past the 30, still on his feet, and he's going to take it to the 33 or so yard line. So decent field position for Baltimore here, and Derrick Henry in the first half, over 100 yards rushing on 21 carries and 3 touchdowns. I said coming into this game, Ponzi, the X factor was going to be, can Derrick Henry get going? And boy, has he gotten going, and Green Bay's just had a hell of a time trying to stop him. Probably his best performance of the season to this point. Now they go condensed formation here in the I formation. Huntley will be under center, take the snap, toss play out to Henry, and he's not going to get much. Maybe a half yard. Good stop by Green Bay's defense. But right now, man, the thing that I'm looking at is time of possession, all right? Green Bay's Baltimore's possessed the football for about 24 minutes of this ball game. That's over double what Green Bay has. Be 2nd down and 9 coming up. And Mark Andrews is down on a knee. I think he's just stretching, though. Czar Craig, there's an injury to a Packer. That must be why Andrews is down on a knee. Czar Craig says time for Henry to fumble. I mean, listen, dude, Derrick Henry has had some very poorly timed fumbles this year, Ponzi, and we have seen the Ravens, give up some second half leads this year. So I wouldn't count it out, and a fumble right here, especially on their own side of the field, would be huge for this football game. If the Packers are the next team to score, they're back in it. So that's what we're hoping for. Right now, what we're hoping for is the Packers can be the next team to score to get this thing back within a 1-score deficit. Just a reminder, guys, the Steelers win the AFC North division with either a Ravens tie or loss tonight. Ravens have to win the game outright in order to force the Steelers to win tomorrow. And the only way the Ravens have a chance at the division next week is if they win tonight and then the Steelers lose versus, how many wins do the Browns have now? 3? If they lose to a 3, I believe it's a 3-win Browns team tomorrow. Yeah, 3 wins. They're 3-12. And they don't have potentially their 3 top running backs on their depth chart in a game where it's going to be cold, wet, and rainy outside and windy. They might have to have Shadur Sanders throw the ball 50 times tomorrow, and that's not usually a formula for success against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. So even if the Ravens win tonight, I think the Steelers still have a really good chance of locking in the division, but unfortunately the cart is out for the injured Packer player. Who is it? Packers players are huddling up praying for their friend. Who is this here? Number 36. Is that who it is? Yeah, 36. That would be Kamal Haddon. And there's a air cast on his left leg and foot. So praying for the best for that young man. Second-year player out of Tennessee. All right, 2nd down and 9 coming up here. I don't know. There's just this creeping feeling, Ponzi, that I have with the way Willis is playing. Like, I just have this weird feeling that the Packers are going to have a shot to win this at the end. Shotgun here, they're going to hand it off to Henry, and he's going to find a little crease, and he'll pick up around 4 or 5. It'll be third down and manageable, but probably third down and passing situation here. Chance for the Packers to get off the field. Come on. Let's see if the Go Pack Go chant works here. Oh, no, they're gonna get to the line of scrimmage here. We don't have time for a Go Pack Go chant. They go shotgun with Huntley. Henry's still the back. Now Huntley making a switch at the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play. Are they going to go false start here? Did they jump? Too many men in the huddle on defense. And Matt LaFleur is livid. He can't believe it. He thought he was just doing a substitution. And he's got the red challenge flag in his hand saying, can I challenge this? And I do not believe this is a reviewable play. And they had 11 players out there.
Well, they can't challenge that. They told them they can't challenge.
So it's going to be like third down and 1 if this doesn't get reversed. No, I think replay review came in and they changed it. It's third down and 5 is what Peacock is showing here. What the fuck were they thinking? These refs are trying to fix this for the Ravens. Tomorrow we're going to get some bad calls against the Steelers, man, especially if the Ravens win this game. The NFL wants Ravens-Steelers in Week 18 so bad. Huntley will throw quickly, caught, first down. Packers allowed the easy completion in the slot. Third down and 5. That was a hell of an opportunity for Green Bay to get off the field. They had a safety they had a slot corner playing way off on Zay Flowers. Huntley puts it right on the Ravens' number 1 receiver. He makes a tough catch. But it'll be a first down for Baltimore. You just can't make it that easy. Can't make it that easy, man. Now they go back to the I formation. I wonder what they're going to do. It is a handoff to Derrick Henry. Good push from Green Bay. He's going to be stuffed. Maybe a half-yard gain. Good job there by the Packers. By the way, a touchdown from Baltimore would make it a 3-possession game, and that would make it really tough for the Packers to come back. Shotgun here for Huntley. They send Flowers on an orbit motion. Hand it to Henry. He's going to be brought down behind the line. It's going to be about 6 or 7 yards lost. Number 55 for the Packers. That is Enigbare, the edge rusher, with a huge play. It'll be third and forever on Baltimore's side of the field. This is where you got to get off the field here, Ponzi. This is where you got to get it done. Get off the field right here.
Let's get those threes.
Third and 14.
Stop.
It's third and 14. Let's get the ball back to Malik Willis right now. Let's go. They go empty with Huntley. No stupid penalties. It's not, actually, he's just in the regular shotgun. Oh, never mind. He isn't empty. Takes the snap. Huntley looking, throwing underneath, caught to Ali, goes out of bounds. Well short of the sticks. Baltimore will have to punt. Yes. Dun-up. No. Go, Pack, go! Dun-up. No. Go, Pack, go! Come on, baby. Go score here, Green Bay. Go score here, Green Bay. No, Stout. Baltimore's punter is going to try and pin this Packer team deep. It's going to be fair, caught at around the 14. So long field here for Green Bay, but just a field goal gets them back within striking distance. A touchdown would make them down by just 3 points. Malik Willis, 12 of 13 in this game with 2 touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing, just 1 sack, no picks. He's also added 34 yards on the ground on 6 carries. So, I know the Packers are down by 2 scores here, guys, but they have the ball, and they have a quarterback that's been moving the ball down the field pretty effectively. All right, the 2 turnovers that they had were pretty fluky turnovers where, it was just a terrible play call by Matt LaFleur on a 4th and inches. And then you have, he tries canning the play. The center snaps it off his face mask, and then it goes right to the Ravens defender. Neither of those are on Malik Willis, all right? So if you're a Steelers fan at home right now and you're hoping the Packers can put together a second half and they win this football game, that is still very much within the realm of possibility, especially, Ponzi, because we saw this same Ravens team give up a multiple score lead in the second half last week on Sunday Night Football. All right, so this is more than possible here for the Packers to come back, win this football game, and for the Steelers to have their division wrapped up by the end of the evening.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Sperry, I think the Patriots had 4 turnovers that game. 3 on the fumble and the interceptions, and then 1 turnover on down.
I don't remember too many turnovers, honestly.
I remember May threw a pick, and I think there was a fumble, unless something of the fake punt that was counted as a fumble.
Well, let me see here, because I don't remember a ton of turnovers. Team stats, maybe you're right. There's 2 turnovers on the Patriots. They had they had 1 interception and 1 fumble lost, but the Ravens also had 2 turnovers. So the turnover battle was not a factor, or not as big of a factor as you're making it out to be.
Yeah, no, never mind.
But
I thought the Ravens won it, but either way, that fake punt call was kind of like Patriots shooting themselves in the foot. To see if the Packers can get out of the hole that they kind of dug themselves here.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, if you can get a score here, even if it's just a field goal, because it is a long field. Obviously, you would prefer a touchdown, but if you can just get this game back within 1 score, that's going to provide your defense a chance to get a stop and then to, have a chance to tie this ball game. You just got to get back within striking distance, man. That's what it's all about right here.
Goal, preferably a touchdown.
So the Packers will start at their own 14-yard line. Malik will start in shotgun. He'll go orbit motion with Jalen Reed. He's going to take play action, blind side. Now he's going to roll out to his left, flips his hips, so he's not going to throw it. He's going to run it. There's a flag, though. I think this is going to be on Green Bay. It's about a 5 or 6 yard scamper from Willis, but my guess is this will be holding on Green Bay, and it is. That's going to park him back all the way. It's going to be half a distance to the goal here, so that's going to be a 7-yard penalty. Brings him back to Green Bay's 7. It'll be 1st and 17, so Green Bay's got a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of here already on this drive. Shotgun for Willis. 3-receiver set. He takes the snap. He's looking for the quick option. He throws it to Watson. It's behind him, incomplete. 2nd down and 17. And you got to get a chunk here, Ponzi. They were trying to take a little chunk out of it there on 1st and then probably hoping they could get another little chunk and make it 3rd and manageable. But here, you probably got to get yourself within the 3rd and 10 range at least. You got to try and get at least 7 yards to make it at least 3rd and long. But we see Malik convert a 3rd and 18, so who knows? They go empty with Willis. He'll take the snap. He's looking. He'll throw down the field. Open receiver caught, and that mission accomplished here. It'll be 3rd down and manageable. That's the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden, on the reception, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up after a 2nd down and 17. You'll take that, Ponzi, any day of the week. Come on, got to move the chains here, man. Don't want to give the ball back to Baltimore on a 3-and-out. From the shotgun, Malik. We'll send Watson in motion right to left to form a trips formation. Takes the snap. I think this should be offsides. Now Malik is just going to throw it down the field and out of bounds. But this should be on Baltimore, who jumped early. Should be a first down because it was 3rd down and 5, so 5-yard penalty should give Green Bay a new set of downs. There it is. First down, Green Bay. And that is Jones, number 41, who jumped early. And now Willis and the Packers have a new set of downs. Come on. Put something together here, Malik. Let's go. Let's get this back within striking distance. Under center here is Willis. Play action. He's got some time in the pocket. He's going to throw down the field. Open receiver. Caught. It's Watson. He gets up, and he's going to get past the 45, close to midfield. First down, Green Bay. Let's go. Nice route by Watson. Get some nice separation on Wiggins. Good throw by Willis. And a big gain here. Willis has had some really impressive downfield shots. Now Watson is hunched over on the sideline. I think he's just tired or something there. Maybe he's cold. But now close to midfield, under center again is Willis. They'll go play action again. He's got a nice pocket for him. He's going to launch down the field. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. He threw it out of bounds. Tried to go to Matthew Golden down the field. I think Willis got hit as he threw. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Matt LaFleur trying to dial up a shot play there from under center. Now, Malik in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's got a decent pocket. He'll throw over the middle intermediate, and it's caught by Jaden Reed. And he'll be short of the sticks, though. It'll be 3rd down and short coming up. You're in feasible field goal attempt range here, but you probably really prefer to get a first down here. Actually, no, you probably can't. You definitely can't kick a field goal from here.
Though.
You're going to have to – this is 4-down territory from this distance as far as I'm concerned. Shotgun Malik looking for the quick option. Now he's going to launch down the field. He's got a man, and it's caught. First down, Green Bay. Down to the 11-yard line. It is Melton, number 16. Was this a double move? Oh, he shook Wiggins, dude. Little sluggo from Melton. And then a beautiful drop in the bucket from Malik Willis on a 3rd and 2. Now they're inside the Prize Picks red zone. Go get a touchdown here, Green Bay. Come on, shotgun Malik. He'll take the snap. Now he will go read option. He'll pull it, and now he's running towards the end zone. And he's in again. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Go, Pack, go. No. Go, Pack, go! Let's go! Malik Willis. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We're back, baby. We're back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Malik Willis.
I'm thinking we're back.
2 rushing touchdowns for Mr. Malik. And McManus. Oh, this would cash in our Prize Picks, and it's in! Cha-ching! Let's go. By the way, they were just in the Prize Picks red zone. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Another read option with the Ravens just completely falling asleep at the wheel. Malik Willis, 3 touchdowns today, no picks. Over 300 yards of total offense. He is balling out in Lambeau.
I mean, showing out on his audition.
Joshua Bailey says, we need to trade for Malik Willis. He's a free agent this year, my man. He's a free agent. And he is going to be a starting quarterback for an NFL team next year. But right now, Malik is getting looked at on the sideline. That's not good. Malik is complaining. It looks like he's pointing towards his hamstring, but I think I just saw him mouth the words, "I'm good." So, listen, man,
Maybe a little cramp.
Clayton Tune is the backup quarterback for Green Bay tonight.
Who?
I do not trust Clayton Tune to win this football game if Malik can't go. $5 from Justin Yankuski says happy holidays and F the Ratbirds and F the refs, or the refs this year, honestly. Kicks away now. LaJohntay Webster finds a little crease on the return. He gets down to the 37-yard line, but a flag. Beep, 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 beep. Come on, let's park him back here. Holding on Green Bay, so they're not going to be starting at the 37.
Some fans are saying, sure would have been nice to drafted Willis versus Pickett.
Listen, man, I kind of feel like Willis's career trajectory has gone the way it needed to go.
Yeah.
He went to Green Bay. I think he always needed a place where he could just settle down for a few years and develop, and that's what he's done here in Green Bay. I think he's ready to be a starting quarterback somewhere.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, he would have been thrown in year one because Mitchell Trubisky was so bad. He would have been terrible, and I don't think it would have worked out here in Pittsburgh if they would have drafted him. Huntley throwing low. Did he catch it? To Charlie Kolar. The Packers are trying to say no catch, and now the refs are saying no catch. Kolar dropped it. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Choke this away! Let's go, Baltimore. Choke it away again. Do it again. Second down and 10. Huntley in the shotgun. Yeah, absolutely. By all means, do not give it to Derrick Henry, Baltimore. That's a great plan. It's going to be another throw. Huntley looking. He's got time in the pocket. Throws middle. It's caught by Mark Andrews. He'll get about 5. Down to the 20. It'll be third down and pass situation coming up. Get him off the field here. Let's go. Type those threes.
It's third down.
Shotgun for Huntley. Come on, Green Bay. Get him off the field here. Huntley making a switch at the line of scrimmage with 15 seconds left on the play clock. Come on. Huntley takes the snap. He hands it off to Derrick Henry. He's going to find a crease. First down, Baltimore. He checked to a run play, and he picked up almost 10 yards on a third down and 5. Damn it! God, dude, that might have been your chance right there. It wasn't even close. There wasn't a Packer in sight of Derrick Henry on that play. I formation for Huntley. It's a condensed formation with just one receiver on the field. Toss play to the right to Henry. He's got blockers in front of him. He makes one man miss, and now he's off to the races. Stiff arms another man. Now he's all the way down to the Packer 40-yard line, inside the 40. That's a huge play for Derrick Henry on the toss on the outside. God, dude, whoever that safety was that came in there, terrible tackle attempt. But now all the way down to the Green Bay 41. But keep in mind, a field goal does not get the Packers out of striking distance. They need a touchdown to regain their 2-possession lead. That is the end of the third quarter. And we've got a big drive coming up here, folks. Ravens 41 yards away from retaking their 2-possession lead, but Malik Willis is red hot. Can the Packers defense get another stop? That is the question.
We just need a field goal, at least. I feel the Packers' chances are a lot better going down the field and scoring another touchdown than it is, having to go 2 possessions, obviously.
And honestly, here's the thing, though, Ponzi. Even if the Ravens score here, I still think the Packers could score twice in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I still think that's more than a possibility with the way Willis is moving them down the field.
But the way the Ravens are moving the ball down the field again.
Well, I get it. I'm just saying, even if the Ravens score a touchdown here, I don't think the game is over. It obviously makes it tougher for Green Bay, and obviously, as Steelers fans rooting for the Packers, we're hoping Green Bay can get a stop here, force a field goal, force a turnover would be even better. But yeah, man, I don't know why they stopped giving the ball to Derrick Henry.
They seemingly do it every single week.
Every game, dude. They just say, nah, we'll sit Derrick Henry down for a couple drives. And it's like, you can't do that, man. $5 from Trumper says, even if the Rapids win, we'll easily beat Cleveland as long as we got Warren and Gainwell. Here we go, Steelers. I'm with you, Trumper. The Steelers should be very heavy favorites to win tomorrow, even if the Ravens win. But obviously, it would be nice to not have to worry about it, right? So $2 from Lake Havasu says, let's go Green Bay. I'm right there with you, my friend. I'm right there with you. $10 from Jason says, Pittsburgh trades for Jordan Love. Packers keep Willis. Thoughts? I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they already paid Jordan Love.
What's his cap looking like?
But, I mean, he's got a ton of money. Even if they trade him, there's going to be a lot of dead cap, and then, you're going to be spending a lot of money on Willis to bring him back as your franchise quarterback in that situation. I just don't see that happening, Jason. If it does happen and they want Willis instead, by all means, especially if Rodgers retires, absolutely, you can make a play for Jordan Love. But
no, it's not going to be reasonable for them.
But it's just not reasonable for Green Bay to do that. Willis will be a free agent next year, and my guess is he'll get a chance to start somewhere else.
See, if it was in 2027, he would have a $51 million debt.
I formation, handoff to Mitchell on first down, and he will pick up about 3 or 4, more like 4 on first down.
So it's just not reasonable.
Yeah, I would say Willis has a better chance of being the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh next year than Love does. Much higher.
Yeah.
But something to keep an eye on here is Malik Willis's situation. He was talking with some trainers on the sideline after his touchdown run. He was pointing to his leg, his upper leg, towards his hamstring area. Under center here, handoff to Mitchell again. On 2nd down and 6, he'll get another yard. It'll be 3rd down coming up again. Here we go, guys. Another 3rd down chance to get him off the field. Come on, baby. Get him off the field. 3rd down and 4. Derrick Henry's off the field. It's a big play in this ball game right here. Who knows? Maybe Baltimore will go for this, but because, Baltimore knows. Field goal does not keep the Green Bay Packer offense away. Only a touchdown does. So on 3rd down and 4, spread formation, trips left. Shotgun for Huntley. Ali the back, takes the snap. Packers send blitz. Huntley looking to run with it. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more as he gets hit down at the 27-yard line. 1st down, Ravens. Huntley's been an effective runner tonight as well. I just don't know how this happens, man. You send a 5-man pressure look. You're supposed to be able to – one of the reasons why you send a 5-man pressure look is you can plug up every single escape lane, theoretically. But they couldn't do it there, and Huntley picks up the 1st. That's a big 1st down for Baltimore. So now in field goal range inside the 30-yard line of Green Bay. Pistol formation. Now Henry back out on the field. And now good push from Baltimore's O-line. Handoff to Derrick Henry. He'll get another 7 yards inside the Prize Picks red zone now. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is now going to be an over 4.5-minute drive. It's currently 8 plays for Baltimore, multiple 3rd down conversions. Be 2nd down and 3 right here. Got to stop them to a field goal here if you're Green Bay, or at least that's the feeling. I formation handoff. Henry trying to bounce it outside. He's going to stiff arm a Packer, pick up a first down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. First down, Ravens. I mean, Derrick Henry has just made mincemeat of this Packers run defense tonight. He's got 160 yards on 29 carries and 3 touchdowns. He's 1 carry away from 30 carries in this game. And it doesn't feel like it, but Tyler Huntley actually has the same amount of pass attempts as Malik Willis. I formation for Baltimore in a condensed formation. He takes the snap, toss play to the outside to Keaton Mitchell. He'll pick up 2. Just outside the 10-yard line. Are they going to put Henry back out there? I do not believe so. Better believe, though, if the Packers pick up another first down, Henry will be the one to punch it in inside the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers on the field for Baltimore. Spread formation, Huntley and shotgun. Takes the snap. Huntley will try and run for it. Gets to the outside, and he's going to be brought down by Lucas Van Ness. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up. This is the biggest play in this football game to this point. Biggest play in the game right here. If you can keep them from getting to 4th and short, I think they kick the field goal. If you can make it 4th down and 4 or longer, I think they'll kick the field goal and Green Bay will have a chance to take the lead next drive. Huntley will be in the shotgun. Ali the back to his left. 3 receivers for Baltimore. Andrews in the slot. Green Bay showing cover 0. Huntley looking, throwing outside to Flowers. Caught. He dropped it, though. It's in the end zone. Touchdown. Baltimore's the call. But he did drop the football at the end. So we'll take a look at this. But for the time being, it is a 3rd down and 8. Touchdown reception. Huntley to Flowers on an out route versus... Looked like Valentine. I think he got it. I think this is a touchdown. Clear possession with the ball across the goal line, that's a touchdown. But the ball does come out pretty soon after that. Mere second, maybe a half second away from that not being a touchdown and that being a touchback. But that should be confirmed, and Baltimore should retake their 2-possession lead. Kick is up and good from Tyler Loop, 34-24 Baltimore. So what this means, Ponzi, is we need another drive, another scoring drive from Green Bay, and then we need a defensive stop to give Green Bay a shot at the end of this. That's the road here. And obviously, you'd prefer it to be a touchdown because then you have a chance with that potential second drive to win the game. Yeah, but you'd have to go for 2 and risk the game. Field goal here, you don't feel nearly as good because the Ravens can then retake their 2-possession lead and put the game away with a field goal. So once again, the pressure's on Malik Willis and the Packers to score again. And for me, Ponzi, this game right now is coming down to 2 things. The 2 weird turnovers for Green Bay on their own side of the field. That's a 6-point swing right there. If you don't have those 6 points, this game is a lot closer and much more hotly contested. Instead, it's 2 possessions because of those 2 big mistakes from Green Bay. But also, the Packers can't stop Derrick Henry. He's got 160 yards in 3 touchdowns on 29 carries. And, give kudos to Tyler Huntley, too. He's been pretty efficient today, 16-20. He's taken only 1 sack, and on that sack, he didn't even lose any yardage. He does have a touchdown pass, which he just threw, and that's a big time play, man. 3rd down and 8. That's 3rd down and long in the red area to score a touchdown to go up 2 scores. That is a big time play from Tyler Huntley, and the Ravens offense, obviously. But if the Packers are going to win this game, they got to find a way to get off the field with King Henry touting the rock in the fourth quarter. I mean, I have to think Baltimore learned their lesson last week when they took Henry off the field. But when did Baltimore take their 2-point lead last week against New England? Or 2-possession lead, I should say. Let me check it here. So they scored the touchdown to take the lead with 12:50 left in the fourth quarter. So pretty similar to where we're at right now, 2 less minutes, but we're still very much in the area of this game where the Packers can score, get a stop, score again, and then, we're talking about Steelers having a legitimate chance to win the division tonight. So big drive coming up for the Packers. Feels like you probably got to score here. Kick is away from Loop. It's a perfect kick fielded at the 1-yard line. And the return will get past the 25, but not much further. Ball comes out. Pretty sure he was down, but referees are saying he was down. Ravens trying to indicate they have the football, but the call on the field is that it was down. A Ravens player comes out of the pile with the football. And if this ends up being a fumble, this is probably ball game. Unless the Packers can get a stop and then get 2 straight touchdowns, but the ground can't cause a fumble. The ball came out when his elbow hit the ground. So 1st down and 10 for Green Bay at their own 28. Field goal gets them back within 1 score. Touchdown would make it a 3-point ball game again. Shotgun for Malik Willis. Takes the snap. He's looking. Pressure up the middle. He gets his way. He's going to roll out to the right. He's running fast, and he's going to get hit after he slides down, but he's not going to get the call. It's a 5-yard scamper. 2nd down and 5. Shotgun for Willis. He'll take the snap. Baltimore sends blitz. He's going to throw down the field. Open, caught, 1st down. Romeo Doubs, 1st down, Green Bay, and beautifully thrown football off his back foot there from Malik Willis. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's sidearm, off his back foot, whatever, in rhythm. Malik Willis is throwing very, very well in this ball game, folks. It's passer rating over 130 in this game. His team is down 10 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Under center, single back formation for Willis. We've seen a lot of play action shots from this formation. He's going to go play action again. Rolling to his left now. He's going to run. He's got a ton of room. He'll pick up a 1st down and a 10-yard scamper. There we go, Malik. Come on, baby. Drive us down the field here, kid. Drive us down the field here, Malik. Already past midfield into Baltimore territory at their 48. Spread formation, shotgun Willis. He'll take the snap and hand it off up the middle. So it'll be a decent gain of around 6 or so. For number 23, I believe this is Emmanuel Wilson. It is. Again, shotgun for Willis. Takes the snap. Pressure brought by Baltimore. He'll throw to the sideline. Caught by Watson. 1st down, Green Bay. Every time Baltimore sends a pressure, Malik is getting that thing out. And now Willis is crouched down. Did he get hit on this? You can't afford for Willis to not be good. He looks like he's fine. But he is crouched down. It's his shoulder. Oh, no. He came into the game questionable with a shoulder injury, and now he is getting medical attention on his shoulder. Didn't get hit. This is a non-contact shoulder injury for Malik Willis. No. And that's just something you can't have, man. You're down 10. Willis is balling out. You need Willis in this game to win, in my opinion. Clayton Tune has been on the practice squad. I just don't see him scoring twice to get you back in this game. So they're showing where he originally hurt it in the Bear game last week. And now Willis is running to the locker room in Green Bay, and Clayton Tune is going to have to take over. They're in feasible field goal range. You'd like to get some more yardage here, but my guess is they're going to start running the football here. Shotgun for Tune. He'll take the snap. He's going to go read option and pull it. He's going to try and cut up field, and he's going to get no yardage. Yeah, maybe not pull it, Clayton. Just no juice athletically, man. 2nd down and 10. God, man, the Ravens just caught a major break. Tune from the shotgun. He's got trips left. Ravens showing pressure. Now they drop out of it. Tune looking for the quick option. It's deflected and intercepted. Marlon Humphrey. And it's going to be at the 32, and that's going to be pretty close to ball game here. And the Ravens are going to catch a break. Like, dude, Malik Willis was playing so good, driving him down the field again. And it's a duck, and it's a bad drop by Melton, but like that ball was thrown so wobbly.
In all likelihood, Steelers are going to have to do it themselves.
Yeah, looks like it's looking like the Ravens are going to put the pressure on the Steelers tomorrow. They're going to have to pull it out with a win in Cleveland tomorrow. But before we get into the rest of this fourth quarter, guys, you guys can check out our friends at PrizePicks, prizepicks.com/CLNS, or download the PrizePicks app today. It's the perfect time for watching sports, guys, because it is the holiday season, and right now you got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening right now. And while all that action is going on, there's one place where it feels so good to be right, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is super simple to play. Just pick more than or less than on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. My favorite feature about PrizePicks is that how you play is up to you. If you want a little bit more flexibility, you can choose the flex play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you're feeling really strong about a particular lineup and want a bigger payout, you can go for the power play. No matter how you play, though, PrizePicks is a great way to put your takes to the test and make some money. That is, if you know ball. Tonight, we have already made some money on our PrizePicks lineup here. We took the more on PATs made by Brandon McManus. He's got 3 today. We took the more on rush yards for Derrick Henry. He's pretty much doubled that number. We took the more on field goals made by Tyler Loop. He has a field goal tonight. So download the PrizePicks app today. If you guys know ball like me and Ponzi do, you guys can use CLNS as the code to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. So we will be raffling off an F the Ravens t-shirt at the end of today's show, guys. So if you want to get in on that raffle, $10 to get in, $20 to get 3 raffle tickets plus your name on the Steelers Talk Gong. $50 you get 10 tickets, and we make it rain for you. Appreciate your guys' support. Got some super chats to catch up on. Devon says, let's turn it up for the pack. Here we go. Yeah, unfortunately, unless Willis can somehow find a way to get back in this game and the Packers can get a quick stop, this game is pretty much over. And the Steelers are going to have to earn their AFC North championship tomorrow. Which, you know what? I'm okay with it because, you have an opportunity for Aaron Rodgers and this group to show what they can do tomorrow without DK Metcalf, run the football effectively. Now, the fact that it's probably going to be a weather game scares me, but, as long as you protect the football, Rodgers is good throwing in weather conditions. He has massive hands, so he can throw with a wet football in the cold, all that stuff. So the Steelers, I still believe, are considered the heavy favorites tomorrow, and for good reason. As we've seen, though, divisional games on the road can get a bit weird, and if it gets weird tomorrow and we lose, the division's going to come down to Week 18. And you better believe, I think Cleveland will probably get more than their fair share of calls. 2nd down and 7 here. Derrick Henry will run it for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 5. My guess is Baltimore will run it again. Can Green Bay get a stop here and get the football back? Yeah, Willis, I believe, is still in the locker room. Oh, now Malik Willis is running back out onto the field and to a hero's welcome. There is a massive cheer coming from the Lambeau fans. If they can get off the field here, you never know. Shotgun for Huntley. It'll be handoff to Henry, and he's got a wide open space. 1st down. Baltimore gets close to midfield. That will allow them to kill even more clock. Yeah, that's a massive play right there. I mean, what is Green Bay doing? They're loading up the left side there, and Derrick Henry is running to the right, and there's just no bodies for Green Bay on that side. That's about as easy as they could have made it for Baltimore. Derrick Henry might finish the night with 40 carries, guys. He's already at 32. They're going to go I formation here, wind down the clock as much as they can. They're going to toss it out. He's got a blocker to Mitchell on the outside. He'll get about 3. And now Mitchell is down, but he has to just adjust his helmet. He'll get right back up. But, man, a great opportunity for the Steelers tomorrow. And, by the way, Green Bay is going to start using their timeouts now. And Willis is warming up on the sideline, but unfortunately him coming out for those 2 plays might have cost the Packers any chance of coming back. But listen, man, you go up against a 3-12 football team tomorrow. They got a rookie quarterback. Their top 3 running backs are out, or most likely out. We'll see if Dylan Sampson can play. Steelers defense is mostly healthy. Now, DK is suspended, but your running back duo is playing great football. I think Rodgers is conducting the offense at a great pace. I think the chances of us wearing a hat and a T-shirt tomorrow are pretty good. Going to be a handoff to Henry up the middle. He'll pick up maybe 2 or probably 3 yards here, maybe 4. But, dude, Malik can't go off the field there when he – I guess his shoulder was hurting him enough where he had to come out, but – Third down and 4, second timeout from Green Bay. So you got to get a stop here if you're the Packers. But you better believe, man, Ravens come out of this game with a win, and it looks like that's going to be the case. Expect the NFL referees to really be pushing for a Cleveland win. You better believe the National Football League wants the division in the AFC North to come down to Week 18. Handoff to Derrick Henry. He's going to be close. It's going to be just short, though. It's going to be 4th down and inches. I'm guessing Baltimore will go for it. I mean, why not? The chances of Green Bay stopping them on a 4th and inches is extremely low. Clock will go down past 4 minutes. And if you get a stop here, then, maybe. Yeah, Baltimore's going to call timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. So there's 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. Baltimore doesn't get this. The clock stops and the ball changes possession, and Green Bay's got good field position. They still have a timeout and the 2-minute warning. If you can score before the 2-minute warning, you probably try the onside kick. But even if you don't get the onside kick, if you force a 3 and out, you can get the football back with a chance to, at the end of it. But no, if you don't get the onside kick, you'll have to use the timeout. All right, 4th and inches. This is pretty much the game. My guess is just hand it off to Derrick Henry. Yeah, they're going to go tush-push with Mark Andrews. And now a Packers player jumps, and they're going to say it's neutral zone infraction on Green Bay, and that'll be the game. All right, so we're going to start getting the raffle ready here, guys, so we can get out of here once the... We're probably just going to end the stream once we do the raffle. So let's just do all the raffle stuff right now. Ravens are going to win the game, and the Steelers will have to win tomorrow in Cleveland to lock up the division. The good news is, by all accounts, the Steelers should be able to do that. The bad news is, if you don't do it, you won't have DK Metcalf in a game that will decide the AFC North in Week 18. So the pressure's on tomorrow to beat a team you should 100% beat. All right. You ready for the people? Let's see. All right. Got a couple. We got Sir Pico. We've got Big Will, Sweet G, Tom Space, Isabel Torres, and Slick Ricky Style. And then for shares, got Troy Abuga. We got Daniel Bachmeyer. Chandler Fleming. Robert Boyd. Ezra Hively. Mike Nintendo Master. Eugene Payne. Jaden Jarrell. Robert Locke. And that's it. By the way, the Ravens got another first down, so that's really going to be the game. And I think Matt LaFleur is going to challenge the spot, but it's not really going to matter. The Ravens are going to win this football game, barring some sort of miracle. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have a great opportunity in front of them tomorrow. They have a chance to earn it tomorrow in Cleveland. And if they beat Cleveland and Shadur Sanders and Myles Garrett and that crew tomorrow in Cleveland, they will have won the 2025 AFC North Championship. They'll be able to rest their starters in Week 18, give themselves a bye week, which could be huge for a team like the Steelers that have as many veteran players as they do. The fact that it's in Cleveland worries me a little bit because Mike Tomlin, I believe, is 9-8 in Cleveland, and I think the Steelers are 1-5 in their last 6 games in Cleveland. So that's been a place where the Steelers have had trouble winning. But on the other end of that, the Browns are just a 3-win football team this year. They don't have either of their starting running backs healthy in a game where I think the run game is going to be really important. And also, Mike Tomlin has an over 81% win percentage playing against rookie quarterbacks in his career. So, all right. So we're going to get out of here, guys. But first, we're going to raffle off a F the Ravens t-shirt. All right. Let's see who wins it. David Hirsch. David, I've got your information. David, make sure you send me a message either at my email, sperry@chatsports.com, or on our PayPal. And make sure you let me know whether you want the expletive version, what size t-shirt you want, and then the shipping address. So, David, appreciate your support, my friend. And don't forget, guys, if you got raffle tickets today, you are entered into the signed mini helmet raffle tomorrow. We got a Mean Joe Green signed mini helmet that one lucky Steelers fan is going to win on tomorrow's watch party. So make sure you guys join us tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow, man. It's going to be division rivalry game, 2 teams that hate each other. Great opportunity in front of the Pittsburgh Steelers with a chance to be wearing a hat and a t-shirt and to earn their AFC North championship tomorrow afternoon. All right, so Steelers control their destiny. All they got to do is win one of the next 2 games. Hopefully they can take care of business tomorrow. But for the rest of the season, we will be right here on Steelers Talk. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for a full hour of pregame coverage, then live play-by-play and analysis of Steelers versus Browns, and then extensive postgame reaction coverage right here on Steelers Talk. So get a good night's sleep tonight, guys. I appreciate and love you guys for all the support that you give to me and Ponzi and our whole team here on Steelers Talk. So until tomorrow, guys, here we go, Steelers.